welcome to the next episode, finally, of the Deicide Wars. I cannot for the life of me remember what happened in the last episode, so I will hand you over to our DM, Bryce.
You got me killed.
You got yourself killed.
You got you killed. Someone decided to leap into the middle of a horde of fanatics. But last time on the Deicide War, the party located the Exodus camp on the Blighted Plains to talk some sense into one of Geode's old friends. You invited into the camp to listen to Michael's sermon and talk to his followers. And towards the end of his address, Idrak barged into the crowd, trying to persuade the devotees to reject Michael's teachings and not leave on their journey to ascension, whatever that happened to mean. The discussion turned heated and Michael demanded that you leave the camp immediately. Instead, battle erupted with brutal weapons and powerful magics flying, and before long the camp was covered in bloody corpses, among them the body of Idrak, and the unconscious forms of Elspeth, Azzoth, and Michael. Geode and their friend Alejandro, calling for calm, rendered aid to the wounded, saving the unconscious. And unfortunately, unable to talk Alejandro into leaving with them, and now without destination, they decided to head north and try their luck. Northwest, I guess, and try their luck.
On, I remember this one, returning back within a month.
Yes. He promised to send you a message before he departed on his journey. So you decide to head northwest and try your luck with the Shining Legion and their promise for work. So you settle down for a night's rest further down the road where you thought it was safe. And when you awaken, you find that Esme has disappeared sometime during the night. So with an overcast sky, surrounded by the bleak, rolling grasslands of the Blighted Plains, you set out along the beaten track. And the rolling plains drift by throughout the day as you're making your way along the Masamra track. Thigh-high grass.
You didn't live up to your dress and wig again.
I'm sorry, I forgot again. I need to steal one of Sky's dresses. I don't think she's got a wig, though.
I got a funky wig.
Sorry. So you continue on travelling throughout the morning, and just thigh-high grass is shifting like waves in the wind, giving Geode flashbacks of being on the water, starting to get seasickness as these just waves of grass drifting by with the wind blowing through them. But towards midday, as you're coming over the top of one of the hills, you look out and the horizon seems to be broken by what looks like occasional small dead trees off in the distance. You can just see them outlined against the sky as you crest some of the hills. Another hour goes by of the same monotony, the only thing occasionally breaking the repetitive clunk of the hoofs of your horse and the oxen is occasionally when the cart just drops one of its wheels into a pothole in the track. But you manage to keep moving. And then as you get towards the top of a slope, you can just hear, coming from over the other side, a gentle but consistent clattering of something rattling around in the wind. And as you get over the rise, at the same time, a couple of 100 meters ahead of you, you can see a shape, a small shape, a lump rising up out of the grass. As you get closer, you see it's a large boulder with what appears to be a man tied down with thick ropes. And as you're getting closer, you can hear that continual gentle clattering like wind chimes moving in the wind. And towards the north and the south, about 150 meters off at the moment, at first glance it looks like there's stunted trees, but then you realize they're slowly moving and they're closing in on the restrained figure. And I'll drag you onto the map so you can see what we're looking at.
Okay, Geo's going to sort of sit up and lean forward in his horse and see if he can get a better perspective of...
Alright, can everyone see the map?
Yep, I'm in.
Perfect.
I cannot.
Oh no.
That's right. Let me put that there. How about now?
No, just darkness. Hang on a second.
That's right. You'll appear in a second.
Yeah.
Right, so Geo, you're craning yourself forward to try to see
It's
what's
my
going on,
old
are ya?
token still.
Sorry, say again.
It's my old token still.
Oh no.
We
me
had a
fix that
long
for you,
rest,
sorry.
didn't we?
Yeah, you had a long rest.
Okay.
Geo, there we go. Sorry, I set up the map yesterday before I changed the token.
Okay, well then that needs to go up to what is my actual hit points.
So you're doing a perception check, did you say?
Yep.
All right, roll it.
Perception. Oh god, not good. 3, 6.
6. You're still a bit of a distance off, but yeah, you can see over here what looks like a male, tied to large boulders. And as you're getting close, you can see thick, heavy rope around each wrist and ankle, tied to protrusions from the boulder. And there's a small tripod set up by the look of it next to him. And you can see that's where the sound is emanating from, this clattering as wooden chimes are blowing in the breeze.
Could I ascertain what the... Is it just like a chime that they're putting there to gain attention?
You can go close to check it out.
Geode will hop off his horse and rein it to the cart. I can't control the horsey.
Oh, no worries.
I can't see any of the tokens.
That's because you're not on the map yet.
Okay, that's fine.
You'll be soon.
If you watch the Twitch, you can see it on there though.
So what's
Yeah.
everyone else doing? We've got Elspeth and Azzoth. What are you guys doing? Staying on the cart or moving as well?
I'll just stay on the cart and I'll stay back.
I'm staying on the cart.
Alright, can
It's
I
safer on the cart.
try and do another perception from here?
No, you'll have to move closer.
Or how close? I'm taking it slow. Hang on, should I stealth? I'm gonna stealth.
You want to stealth? Go for it.
Oh god, this is not good either.
I believe at disadvantage for your heavy armor.
That is a... Still a 7.
Not the absolute worst, but still with quite a clattering of your armor as you start to move off the road into the waist-high grass. And having to kick your way through and your armor's clattering around. You knock your foot into a rock and kick it out of the way as you go. But as you get closer, Luke, if you would like, to describe what you look like.
Okay. So on the rock, I am bound and tied by all my hands, blindfolded and gagged. I am a half elf, with dark hair, eyes red like fire, and yeah, normal human sized.
We've got another sorcerer in the mix, I think.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I will probably shout out, "Ho! Who goes there?"
As you get closer, you can see he's got a gag shoved into his mouth, tied around the back of his head. And yeah, you'd hear.
Alright. Is that a don't get closer? Alright, well, Geo will come over and he'll ungag him first.
Shh, keep the bloody noise down. I'd be forever grateful if you could untie me there.
What got you in this predicament? Who are you?
Well. Let's just say there was an unfortunate accident involving one of the tribes and some burned tents, and I've been hung out here to dry. My name's Imrik, but I go by many names around this area. You can call me Imrik.
If I let you go, will you hurt me and my party and let us through?
Oh, no. I'll be forever grateful. In fact, I'll even aid you in your travels. I can be quite handy in a fight.
I'll look back and I'm like, alright, we've got 2 fighters with us. What else can you provide?
As you're having this conversation, just next to you, you can hear that wind chimes clunk, 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 clattering around next to you.
Okay, before we untie me, might I suggest you take that down. There's tribes in this area and they're attracted to sound.
Okay.
They're rather unpleasant.
Alright, yeah, Geode will yank it out of... Is it just like a little post?
It's a tripod set up, lashed with rope at the top, and the ends jammed into some of the cracks in the rocks. And hanging from it is a bunch of hollow wooden tubes that are being
He might just
clattering
get out
together.
his dagger and just slice through the ropes and let him.
No worries. As you slice through the ropes and they drop to the ground with a clattering sound, you can hear coming from the north and the south what sounds like sobbing, someone crying and just sobbing and wailing
Is this the
just
hippo
suffering.
campus thing again?
Nope.
If you can untie me, please, that'd be great.
No funny business. And all on time.
I promise I won't burn you.
Okay, it's alright, I got thick skin.
No. I promised I wouldn't burn her. Don't burn her. I won't burn her.
Oh.
No, I won't burn you.
Just, like, okay. Aim it on me, if anything. Try and leave the cart and stuff alone.
And as you're having this last bits of conversation, the wailing coming from your north and south suddenly increases in volume, and was just kind of like, and turns into just screaming and wailing like a mother has lost their child, and she is just bawling in tears. And you see these figures' heads suddenly pop up out of the grass, and
Heads,
I'll show
did
you
you
what
say?
you see. I'll show you what you see coming out of the grass. Where's my player handout? Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Yeah.
Ooh, spidery things. They're cool.
Spider-Man.
And you see these just mutated, malformed humanoid creatures, which at first glance it looks like there's, you thought they could have been trees in the distance with all branches coming out, but you actually realise they're these weird five-armed creatures, and their faces just distraught. Looks like they're just in anguish, tears pouring down their face, and they look up in your direction and just break out into sprints coming straight at you. And everyone roll initiative.
As I'm doing this, I'm going to turn to this guy and I'm like, I guess you know what these things are?
Sure do. That's what I warned you about. If you let me through, I can help.
I already said I was
Yeah, at this stage
untying
she's cut you free.
Okay, nice.
You're good. Oh boy, maybe I should have stuck with
Grab
roll
a fresh
20.
sheet of paper.
Did you want to roll on the d20 or normal dice?
No, you can roll on
Okay.
paper wherever you like. Since not everyone has characters created on here. Right, so. Right.
Good signs.
And I'll actually no. So Lamb, your character appears behind the cart at this stage, but no one's really turned and noticed your appearance. So
Cool.
let's go through some initiative order. Imrik got a 15.
Yep.
23.
Oh, lovely, lovely. And what's your character's name again? I've forgotten.
Kashi Ma.
Kashi, that's right. 23 was that?
That was.
Geode, what you get?
8.
Azzoth?
2.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
And Elspeth?
I got 17.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
There.
South. All right, so first up is Kashi. If you would like to describe what you're up to, as Azzoth and Elspeth, you hear a sound just behind the cart, and you turn around and see.
You see a tall figure entirely swathed in a jet black cloak. They've got a sort of a COVID face mask pulled up to the eyes, and the hood's pulled right down, so there's only the eyes are showing. And the figure is carrying a you see a longbow flash into the character's hand, apparently from nowhere, and they shout a warning. and as they shout, they loose a barrage of arrows at the nearest of the two figures.
They're probably about equal. This one's probably just a smidgen closer to the one up the north.
Yeah, I think so. So I will attack with my longbow.
It's 160 feet off, so I think if you want to move a little bit forward, otherwise it'll be
Nope.
at disadvantage.
Because I've got sharpshooter.
Beautiful.
So 600 foot effective range.
Oh, yes.
I love it. Wait, 600 or 400?
600. Well, longbow.
Lovely.
So I shall fire twice, using the sharpshooter feat to take a -5 to my to hit rolls.
Okay.
No worries. -5 to hit, but +10 damage if you get him.
So that's an 8, which probably misses,
Misses.
and a 15.
Hits. Give me some damage for that second. Your first arrow looks like it's going to come and slam into the target, but last second, one of those arms whips down from the back and slams the arrow down to the ground at its feet. Second one makes it home, slamming into its chest.
So that's
4.
max damage 23.
Ooh, lovely. Off to a good
And I
start.
shall action surge and do it again.
Nice. Do it. 2 more shots.
Ho ho ho! Natural 20 on the first one,
Oh,
Nice.
and a 13, so 18 on the second.
Both hit. Give me damage.
So the first one is the critical hit, which is looking for my d8s. Oh, average damage, so 22. And on the regular hit, only 16 damage for that one.
No worries. As just unleash a barrage of arrows, just pincushioning this thing, and you can see it's just wailing and crying, and its screams just get louder and louder as it starts to sprint towards the 2 people down here. Any movement or bonus action?
So that was a bonus action to action surge.
Nope, that's free.
Is it?
Mhm.
Oh. I have no bonus action and no desire to move.
No worries. Elspeth, you're up.
Okay, so
Imrik, you're on deck.
where's the measuring thing?
Below the magnifying glass.
Ah, thank you. So that's the corner. What does that mean? Why is there so many
Snap
options?
center is fine. Snap center is fine.
Okay. That's way very far. Okay,
Yeah,
so what
big
I
map.
might do, big map, yeah. I might just leander down. Oh. Sorry, because the map is so big and it's taking up my whole screen. I have to actually move. Okay, so I can move 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as I can move.
Hop off the car.
Hop.
And next to the road, the grass is about waist high as you're wading through it, with the occasional boulder poking up over the top of the.
Oh, that's
I was
all
going
right.
to say,
that's
are these big enough
I might
boulders to
not hold on.
hide?
Yeah, you're the grass is for normal people are waist high. It comes up to the start of your thighs.
Just
You're a nice
someone
big
hasn't
target,
mowed their
I would say.
lawn. Okay, well that still brings me 120. Will I be able
Yep.
to hit him with 120? Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was.
I'll allow it. You're right on the 120 mark.
Right on the 120 marks. So I'm going to do my guiding bolt. That's what level was that? Level 1. Oh no, I'm going to do bigger than. No, I'll just do level 1. Okay, guiding bolt.
Sorry, I just had to delete him because it's done that same thing where it screws up there.
Oh no,
it's
he was
again.
a couple boxes closer to me.
Yeah, sorry, I'll fix him up. It's
No,
screwing with my health of him for some reason.
I'm-
That's right, I'll track that one's health manually.
I'm pretty sure he was only at 100 feet from me. Yes.
He was 120 feet from you. Right on the dot of 120 feet.
On a hit, the target takes 4d6. Okay, so next go.
Were you doing guiding bolt, sorry?
Guiding bolt, yes, please.
Hell yeah, roll it.
Rolling. I am not doing a guiding bolt because I failed miserably. And I will use my bonus action to do something that is probably useful. And spiritual weapon! No, I can't do that. Damn it! I can't do anything. I can't throw anything. Everything's too far.
So
I
I'll
can't
back
touch
it up.
Okay.
Blast of magic goes flying off, just careening off over the horizon where it slowly peters out into nothingness.
I
and we're
rolled a
over
2,
to...
just FYI.
Lovely. Imrik, you're up.
How far is this thing from me?
It is, using the measuring tool, it's currently 45 feet off.
Alright.
Closing fast.
Right, stretching my tired muscles because I've just been tied to a rock for days. Gonna arch back and throw one of these. They come up.
Fire, yep.
Creating bonfire.
Crack
Where would you like to summon it?
On top of the creature.
He
No
starts
worries.
the grass fires.
And just be like,
mean-
fire!
So
do I have
let
to-
me guess, you're a pyromaniac?
Alright, so I'll just put it just above. So it's- there we go. Cool. Right, so any creature in the bonfire space when you cast a spell must succeed a death saving throw or take 1d8 fire damage. Let's roll it.
2d8 for level 5.
Roger, 2d8 fire damage. 4 fails miserably as it seems to be just fixated on you and doesn't even notice that it's standing in flames starting to grow around its ankles for 6 damage. No worries. Any bonus action or movement?
No bonus action on movement.
No worries. So it's over to the one up to the north. And pin cushioned with arrows as it is, it's just going to start bolting towards you guys. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60 as it, with its dash, it just rushes up over the top of the boulder and it's getting closer to you, Geode. You can see its face is just drawn with anguish and it's wailing and screaming and
Geode's
crying.
gonna give a little smirk. It's like, you've played right in.
And we're over to Geode. Give me a second, I just need to go to the bathroom.
I don't have my token.
Oh, so the cops came and visited me to check I was in isolation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they
Why?
do like the whole door knock and stuff, or?
No, they called me and I missed his call 4 times because I don't answer phone numbers I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
And they messaged me and then they called me back and they were like, "Where are you?"
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
"I don't know."
Wow, because
That was a bit awkward.
I swear no one did anything when I was in ISO. Like,
Oh yeah.
Freya was reacting to something at the door every so often, but other than that, I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back. Right, Geode, your turn.
All right.
I've been drinking too much water today.
With a smirk, he's going to manifest his echo and, ba-boom, put him on the opposite side.
No worries. Geode's echo.
Will this?
So Imrik and you see the shape of Geode almost step away from themselves and just appear, almost stepping in two, and one of those, the fainter grey version seems to step through the creature in front and then just forms up, drawing a massive sword covered in jagged shark's teeth, and appears behind the creature.
Nice.
Alright,
And I recognise this is not actually Geode, yeah?
Yep. It's this very, very slightly translucent, just shades of grey echo of Geode.
Cool.
Alright. And I couldn't remember, were we using him as advantage for Geode? Or...
No.
No? Okay.
Nah, because he's not a creature.
Yep.
He acts like a spiritual weapon.
That's alright, yeah. So Geode's going to get his sword out, and because he can do that extra damage bonus, he's going to hit him with Boom and Blade with the Great Sword. With 15 plus 7.
That'll hit.
So that is the D6s and a D8. Maths.
That's where Roll20 comes in handy.
15 damage.
Oh, nice, he's still up.
So that would be 7 for the normal silver sword and 8 for the booming blade, lightning, thunder damage.
Yep.
Booming blade only gets it if it moves voluntarily, doesn't it?
Not when it's level 5. I get the upcast. So
Okay.
if it moves voluntarily next time, it gets still 2d8
Yeah, then it gets the extra damage.
Oh,
Because
okay,
it takes the place of, you can essentially do Booming Blade instead of 2 attacks. At level 5, it does damage straight off the bat to make it a little bit more balanced instead of losing out on an entire attack for nothing.
No, that's cool. I hadn't realised that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just read into that as
All right,
well.
anything else, Geode?
With that, because I took the attack action, I'm going to unleash Incarnation, and my shadow is also going to take an attack.
Do it, take a swing. This thing,
He misses with a 7.
this thing is looking really, really rough. You can see just thick black blood leaking down from all the arrow wounds. One of your strikes has just carved through a couple of the arrows in its chest, shattering them, and it's struggling to stay on its feet, as it's just now, this just crackling energy is surrounding it. And but last second it leans down and the echo swishes his sword over the top of his head.
And
it's
I
over
will
to
stay
this
there.
one's turn. No worries. Sorry, this map is really very large. Right, so a creature must also make a saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space for the first time. So it's not on his turn for the bonfire, is it?
When
A
it moves
creature
through,
must make
isn't
a saving throw when it moves into the bonfire space
Yeah,
for the first time.
So it's currently underneath it. So he's going to leap out of the fire, which he now realizes around his ankle, and sprint. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Also, question: will you count the grass as flammable?
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
All right. Cool.
But that was his dash to get up to there, so he can't take an action. I don't believe he's got a bonus action. Unfortunately not. But they're now flanking you, Geode.
Yep.
And it's over to Azzoth's turn.
Okay, so I'll see what's going on over there, but I'll also be suspicious this guy just appearing behind us. So even though he has helped us, I might just sort of stay in the cart and just hold my action, just in case he's evil.
Sounds
Or what action are you holding, and what's the trigger?
If he gets too close to me, I'll just attack. If he gets close to the cart,
give him a
might
warning
even-
shot, kind of thing.
I'll jump on top of the cart. Heck, I can't do this.
You are currently driving the cart.
Yeah, so I'll
Well,
jump
you-
up off. For some reason, I can't control my character.
He's moving on my screen.
He's moving.
You put me here. I
Can do.
can't. Oh, wait, got it. It's working now. Okay, so I've jumped up there. Anyone comes close, I'm gonna have a hack with my axe.
Okay. Sounds good.
Have you put in... That's interesting.
What?
Have you put in auto-rolling things?
Who?
Grant.
Yeah, yeah. So I could just
It's popping up for me as well.
yeah. If you click on
That's
my character, I
interesting.
think you can do it.
Yeah. That's cool. No worries. So holding action, back over to Kashi. Or Kashi, how you pronounce it.
I will. Oh, I'm going to move 5, 15, 20, 30. So I'll move out into the grass
Mhm.
to get clear of the cart, so I'm not firing past it anymore. And I will shoot at this one.
Go for it.
That's not Geode, is it?
No.
No.
The
So
name's
it
taken
says
hard.
Geode
Yeah.
at the top, but I was
Yeah.
looking at going,
It's flanked by Geode and their
I'm
Echo.
I'm not planning on starting another character by just immediately attacking Sky.
And reroll another character.
Oh.
So I will fire 2 shots at that one. That's a natural 1, which will miss, and a 14.
Both miss, but God, I'm tempted to shoot Geode's Echo, but I won't do it.
You can. It's only a bonus action to get
No,
it back
because
up.
then it's just going to make you hate him. I won't do it just because it's purely his first session with the character in. Next session, though, 100% he'll be shooting your Echo. No worries. So, unfortunately, this thing is just slipping and sliding around, trying to clamber up onto the rock next to Geode. And it's just moving too much, and the 2 arrows go wide over its head. One of them just shattering against the stone, the other one thudding into the ground near his feet. And Elspeth, over to you.
Were you going to control the bushfire? The grass fire?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm shutting up now.
Okay. I'm going to.
Why does Donkey run away?
That's what
Because
donkeys do.
donkey left last week, as did the goat.
Oh, okay.
I thought you kept one of them.
No,
I'm
my
pretty sure you
companion,
kept goat.
No,
my companions took them both because the goat has the milk for the tea.
okay. I don't know. I couldn't remember.
All right.
I'm gonna get the guy down the bottom. I'm hoping I get a better roll, and I'm going to roll and do. Might as well do a level 1 guiding bolt just in case I miss again.
No worries. Roll it.
9 plus 7, 16.
That'll hit.
Yay!
Huzzah! Give me some
Okay.
damage. And the next attack against
I'm
him will have
hitting-
advantage.
4d6.
That's a good one for.
Four.
That works.
D6 radiant damage.
Ooh,
Oh,
Hey,
round it
not
up.
very
That's nothing.
good rolls, unfortunately.
Oh, not great damage rolls, but still counts.
Hey, look, it's one step closer to me actually hitting someone already now.
And the next attack against him will have advantage, which is nice. Imrik, over to you.
Seeing these creatures run up on me, I will. The one below me.
Mm-hmm. 17, 9 damage. So you see the flames just start building up around your hands, and just a blast of flaming force slams into this thing's face.
Is that burning hands?
No.
No, it's a different one. Or
It's Eldritch
Eldritch
blast,
blast.
but
oh,
fiery,
okay, yeah. Cool.
for another 9 points of damage. Now, just note, usually you'll be at disadvantage because it's a ranged attack,
Okay.
but because it had guiding bolt, it was a straight roll, just for future, so you know that will have disadvantage when you're next to him. No worries. Any bonus action?
I don't think I can do anything. Can't move without getting hit. No.
What are you showing, Sky? There?
Oh,
That
sorry, I
doesn't
was
work for
just
me.
clicking. It said show spell description. I thought it was gonna come up.
Oh
with
yeah, no, it doesn't work properly.
Okay.
But it's Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. That's all right. I was just
No worries.
clicking
So
to
it's
see.
this one here's turn, and he's just gonna look up at you with just mournful, sorry eyes, and just reach forward and try to embrace you with its arms, all 5 of them.
All
Jeez.
five.
Flanking.
I swear it needs
Oh
one.
boy,
What?
with a natural 20. And its arms just wrap around you, and the tears you can feel start wetting your face as it's just sobbing in just absolute just anguish and loss. And you are currently grappled. You've taken 24 points of piercing damage as those grappling spikes just start digging deeper and deeper into your body. And you are frightened.
Frightened.
So in this way you have, where are we? Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you're within sight of this creature, which is he's holding onto you. And you can't willingly move closer, which you're already being hugged. But if you want to escape the grapple, you're going to be at disadvantage to try to get out of its grasp as the sobbing and just racking anguish and sadness seeps into your body and your mind, and you feel tears leaking out of your own eyes. Partially from damage, partially from the
Yeah.
psychic moans going into your face.
So like the arms at the back of him is just like piercing into Geode's back
Yep.
kind of thing.
It's just you're just wrapped up in a hug, and it's just. And Geode, over to your turn.
I am, as a bonus action, you can teleport magically swapping places with your echo at 15 feet. So he's swapping.
Hell yes, you can.
Swapping places, and I'm guessing he still has to run. So that's 5. Actually, he'll run closer to the thing. So 5, 10, 15. And that's... Does he have to dash or just normal?
What are you trying to do?
Didn't you say he's frightened, so I got to run away? from it?
Until the grapple ends, you're frightened. So as soon as you're out of that grapple,
Oh.
you don't need to run. You just can't move closer.
Oh,
But yeah,
okay.
as soon as you escape the
Sorry.
grapple, you feel that
I was
anguish leak back out of your head.
I was getting
But you
mixed
can
up with the
look
zombie
over
thing.
and the your echo starts just leaking dark grey tears coming out of its eyes.
Okay, and with that then, since I've broken out of it, I'm going to do an attack roll on it.
Go for it.
Booming Blade again. 14 plus stuff.
That'll hit. And don't even worry about rolling damage, because as you just...
It's 10 damage, 5
The
and 5.
reality seems to flicker around you and you switch places with your echo, suddenly all the colour draining out of it. And it doesn't even realise you're behind it as you just chop and drive your sword in, cutting this thing in half, cleaving 2 of its arms off that just flop onto the ground. It is dead. Cut almost in 2 by your greatsword.
Boom.
As the arms just become loose and flop off to the side,
Sweet.
falling
And
away from your echo.
Geode's gonna shake himself off then, and I guess he's gonna 5, 10, 15? Is that?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's not quite flanking yet, but
No, you'll have to
that'll
go there.
help anyway. And he can only move 15 once he swaps.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
His second attack. Oh, no, sorry, you used Booming Blade.
Yeah.
Did you want to attack with your echo?
We'll
Or save it?
save it because they only come back in a long rest.
No worries. It's over to this guy. Who does he want to attack? He was attacking you before, so he's going to try to hug you again.
What? Oh, well, he was attacking me, was he?
Mm-hmm. Actually, no, you escaped. Screw it. He's going to try to hug Imrik.
Because I was going to say, if he was concentrating on me before, he would be concentrating on my echo now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he realizes that
Yeah, no,
he
that's okay.
can't feel the presence of the echo. 14, does that hit?
Yeah, that's nasty.
Oh boy! So you take
Ow!
31 piercing damage.
How
I'm
did
gonna
that
kill your
get
character
so
in the first session.
high?
You rolled really, really high on that one, and really, really low on yours.
Right. Whew.
You rolled 4 1s when he hit you.
Oh, so it's each of his arms does damage kind of thing.
No, well, that attack does 4d10.
Ooh, far out.
As all of these spikes just stab into your body as you're standing on top of this boulder, Imrik, and you're just sobbing and tears rolling down over your shoulder. As they're hitting your armor, they're just bursting into fog and steam as they're burning away. And you are grappled and frightened. And it's over to Azzoth's turn. I'm going to kill Imrik in the first session. I'm sorry.
Well, all you guys seem pretty good over there, so I'm just gonna.
Keep
Go
watching.
on, top of my cart.
we're doing great.
It's very far.
We
My
got
arm is
Elspeth
heavy,
to
so
back us up.
Team is doing amazing.
I'll just cheer you guys on and just hold my action.
You need to be a bard
He's
next
not going to come
time.
out and help.
Someone's got to watch the cart. There's a horse here. There's 2 orcs. Someone's got to watch them.
All right.
Got this shifty-looking
Kashi,
guy down here.
Kashi, over to you.
Sorry.
I'm going to shoot past Geode again.
Mhm.
The thing.
Go for it.
Geode keeps stepping in the way of where I'm shooting.
Sorry,
It's not
I
my
was
fault.
trying to help someone that was closer.
That's right. Sharpshooter, you're pretty damn accurate, so you don't even get penalty from partial cover.
He's not doing
Nope.
this on purpose.
So 2 shots using the sharpshooter again. I missed both shots.
Oh,
What'd you roll?
I got a 13 and an 8.
Yeah, bugger. Unfortunately, even with sharpshooter, Geode is moving around so much trying to figure out how to get this thing off of Imrik, and you're just having to not quite get a good enough bead onto it to hit it without hitting Geode in the back of the head. Any movement or bonus action?
I'm going to scratch my nose as a bonus action and eat a cookie.
I'll allow it. Elspeth, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna move 5. Might work if I can 5, 30. I'm going to move here, and I'm going to shoot Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
I'm
No
going to
worries.
do
Dex saving throw.
Yes.
Imrik approves.
Sorry, that's a nat 20.
Oh, bugger.
So the burst of radiant flame erupts, and the loss just throws itself to the side, dragging Imrik with it, ducking out of the way at last second.
Not helping. Nope, I can't do anything else.
No worries. Imrik, over to your turn. So you're currently frightened, so you'll have disadvantage against attacks and ability checks.
What about spells? Yeah.
Yeah, if they require an attack roll.
Okay. Yep.
You're also going to take. No, that's right.
At the end of the turn, yeah.
You don't know that. But you can feel the psychic wine building up in your head, starting to feels like melting your brain out through your eyes. What would you like to do?
That one.
Ooh, what's that one?
Vampiric
Oh,
touch.
lovely. Hell yeah.
So what spell is it meant to be?
17 necrotic. Do you want to explain what that looks like? It's still live, but that's a decent hit.
So I'm just going to like grab my hands and jam it around his throat and like hold onto it for dear life. And like as I'm doing that, like fire ups around me and I'm absorbing some of his energy into myself.
Oh, so you're healing
you
up
heal
as well?
for half that damage, I believe.
Nice.
Let me just check.
So you heal for 8.
Yep.
You are concentrating, so when you take damage, you'll need to make a concentration check.
Is that a proper spell or was that a renamed spell?
No, that's the proper
Okay, yeah,
spell.
no, I'm
Proper
just
spell.
asking because I know
So heal for
Shell's
8, yeah?
renamed a whole bunch of his, so
Yep, you heal for 8.
nice.
Make sure you mark down that you use one of your spell slots.
Yep.
Beautiful. And at the end of your turn, you shall take
Oh god.
6d8 psychic damage.
Oh god.
God.
No. Please
Jesus
roll
Christ.
very
Dice roll
low.
here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Please be ones.
D8s. You ready for
One.
this? Ready for this?
Yep.
Oh shit.
27. Are you unconscious?
I am unconscious.
Lovely.
Shit.
As you just feel just your brain almost melting to liquid inside of your head as you just overcome with anguish and loss. And just with a last wail, you just slump into unconsciousness in this thing's grasp.
You're really trying to kill
and
us all.
Geode.
Alright,
These things are nasty.
with this, Geode's going to step around. I know it's not going to give him advantage, so he's going to do another Booming Blade.
Mm-hmm.
18 plus stuff.
That'll hit.
6, so that's 10. So that's 6 normal for thunder, and then his echo's also going to take a swipe at
No
him.
worries.
Hit him this time. Oh, with another 2. He misses again.
Aw. You slam your sword into it, just tearing chunks out of it with your jagged silvered teeth.
It takes it up to a 9 with these bonuses, but still, yeah.
And it's over to its turn.
Shit.
You're not taking any movement.
No. Oh, fuck. Nah.
As you just run your blade down its back, chopping into one of its numerous shoulders, it's just going to turn at you and stab forward with 2 of its arms, trying to stab into your chest.
I've got shield. I forgot about that as a reaction.
So, first
just
attack.
In case.
Second attack. First one hits.
I got the shield
But-
spell.
Do you want to use it?
Yes.
Yes.
I do.
No worries. So last second, you just throw your arms up and a burst of arcane deflection pushes one of the arm spikes aside and just goes shooting up over your shoulder, just barely tickling across some of your hair. You see a couple of wisps of hair just drift down in front of your vision as you avoid it.
Cool.
And Azzoth, over to your turn.
Ooh. Okay, I'll start getting worried that you guys aren't handling it.
What gave you that impression?
Starting getting worried. So, scratch his ass, maybe put his trousers on.
Is he looking injured, the Lost over there?
Yeah, he's looking pretty beaten up.
I won't get there in time, so how am I?
Got a whole bunch of burn marks all over him. Wounds shot through his body.
I might just carry my action here, and I'll just sit back on the top and hold my action still.
It's what you can do.
I don't know what you guys are doing. You're just going up to this random stranger, and I don't know why you're defending him. So I'm
No
just
worries.
pulling up here.
Over
I don't know
to-
what's going on.
Kashi.
2 arrows into Geode. I mean, the thing.
Geode
Yeah,
moved
2 hours,
out
that's
the
it.
way for you this time as well.
Using Sharpshooter again.
Using sharpshooter?
That's
No worries.
an 18 and a 22.
No worries. Both of them hit. Give me some damage.
So, first one is 17. Second one is 23.
How would you like to do this?
I put an arrow through each of its eyes.
Nice.
As Geode sort of steps out the way, I finally line a shot up. And I get it through both eyes.
Hell yeah. So last second, it's attracted to sound, and last second it hears the whistling of these two arrows loose so quickly together that both of them are in the air at the same time, and it just turns wide eyes with tears rolling down and is still standing for a second, and then just slowly starts wavering and crushes down, falling backwards onto the rock behind it.
With that, Geode's just going to turn his attention to where he thinks the arrows have come from. Just to see.
I stand there and my cloak billows in the wind.
Okay. And he's like, huh.
Elspeth, your turn.
I'm going to cast Channel Divinity.
So both of these things are dead.
Isn't Channel Divinity healing here?
They do healing divinity.
Do you?
Is-
You tell me.
Yeah, it says Channel Divinity, preserve life.
Oh, yeah.
As an action, you
No
can
worries.
restore 20 hit points. Choose any creatures within 30 feet of you and divide those hit points among them. This feature can
No worries.
restore a creature no more than half of its maximum.
Nice.
Can't be used as a feature on an undead or a construct.
Construct, yeah.
Alright, so you use that on your new acquaintance here on the rock?
I will assist my new acquaintance. Does Geode need any assistance?
Minimal.
Because I've got 20. I have 20 points to give away.
You can give me 5 maybe, and then the rest.
5?
Yeah.
And give the rest to
Yeah.
our new acquaintance.
Yep.
So 15 to a new and 5 to Sky.
So suddenly just a cloud of black raven feathers gently glowing appear around you, Imrik, and you open your eyes as some of your wounds start to stitch together. The massive puncture wounds of the claws just seem to start healing closed. Still just a trickle of blood leaking out from between your armor through the numerous holes. And we're out of initiative.
All right. So I'm conscious now.
Yep, you're now conscious.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, strangers. That could have gone a lot worse.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you over there on the cart.
You're welcome.
I'm sketching it.
Good job guarding that cart.
It wasn't attacked, was it?
His job is
Slightly
to
undamaged.
pick up the stuff. The stuff is safe.
Alright.
All right.
So I'm going to go up to our stranger and be. So you're going to tell us where you tied up? Where you were tied up?
Well, let's just say I'm an entertainer. A few tricks went wrong. Some tents got burned. Some villagers
That's
were
right.
none too happy, but it wasn't my fault.
So, sort of like that fire that's happening behind us?
And as you turn around, you can see the fire is just catching into this dry, brittle grass. And whilst the center bonfire has gone as he dropped his concentration, the remaining fire is just rapidly spreading towards you across the grassland.
Yeah, a little like that.
Right.
Just a little.
Geode's going to try and mold earth, but he can't really do much about it. I can put 5 feet of the fire out. If you want.
Imrik's just gonna sit on the rock, staring at the fire with like wonderment. Like, oh yeah.
Oh, nice pyro. If you target.
Oh, sorry, I was just distracted. We probably should get out of here.
Can Geode sort of try and stop the spread of fire with his mold earth?
Sure. Give me a spellcasting check. So you D20 plus your spellcasting modifier
Okay.
to see how well you can use your mold earth.
Oh boy, no, 8.
You're trying to keep pouring earth onto it, but it is just outrunning your attempts
Alright.
as it's starting to spread as the wind is picking up and starting to blow it.
Yep. Okay, Geode's gonna be like,
towards the
go,
north.
go, go. He's gonna teleport himself there so he's closer and gonna just keep running. And seeing that Imrik is not coming, he's just gonna yoink him.
He's coming. He's just
Yeah.
Imrik's just looking at the fire with like amazement, and then he's like, oh shit, better get going. Start following the party.
I'll make a start on the cart to get past the fire before it starts hitting the road.
Yep. Give me a piloting check. Whatever we decide that we're going to use for that. Your driving check.
So we'll
What was
jump
it?
on as you go past.
Use whatever ability you think would be the right one to use.
Well, I'm just going to brute strength it. There's 2 oxen, so I'm just going to really force them
Hell yeah.
through. So,
Stop. Just sinking, just giving a boot in the butt and just really trying to just use your force. So yeah, give me an athletics check.
Alright,
18.
Geode's going
Lovely.
to start trying to pour more earth onto this.
Alright.
Right. So your
Can I-
cart surges forward and starts moving. Geo, give me another spellcasting check. Imrik,
That's
are
a
you
bit
trying
better.
something?
Can I try
that's
and
a
blow the
20.
fire out with that?
It's a not natural 20.
Yeah, so I'll say with Geode heading off the parts that are just in front of them, and with the thunderclap, it seems to extinguish, at least temporarily, an area around you. With an 18, Azzoth manages to get the cart moving fast enough.
Drunk.
And it's just rattling and smashing through a bunch of potholes, with Elspeth running along behind.
Did
What?
Azzoth actually
Mommy.
mention anything about Kashi?
Mommy, not working. There it goes.
Yeah, I know it's not working. Daddy left Mummy behind.
I must protect the carts.
This reminds me oddly of us playing Left 4 Dead.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you won. You were left for dead.
I'm just
Successfully make it past the fire as it's slowly spreading further towards the north in the prevailing wind, and you get further and further away from it. Imrik looking back over his shoulder longingly every so often.
I'm just gonna be walking backwards, just looking at it while I follow.
Hey,
Thank you, Emma.
So you guys can move far enough away that you and your carts are no longer under threat of the impending firestorm.
Alright, once we are sort of away from that, does Geode notice that Kashi is following still?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, he's going to approach her. It is a her? Well,
It is
it's-
unclear at this
yeah, sorry,
point.
an it, because I just remembered the cape.
Them.
sorry.
I think them is the nicer way to say it.
Sorry. He's not that bad himself. It's me, not him. And he's going to be like, I saw you put those couple of arrows in. Thanks for the help.
You are completely blanked as the figure in the hood and mask strides past you and heads towards where Elspeth is currently standing.
Okay, Geode's just going to be watching go by.
And the figure comes to a halt and kneels before Elspeth and raises its hands, and a short sword appears in them as it sort of presents this sword to Elspeth and says, "My lady, I am at your service."
Who are you?
Geode's eyebrow goes up.
Yes, my double eyebrow goes up. Who are you, stranger? Do I know you?
And I will pull my hood and mask down, and you see the face that I sent in the Facebook chat that I will send again now if I can find it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
on my phone somewhere.
Yep.
So I am you see a grey-skinned elf that is completely bald, unclear as to whether or not it's shaved or is just bald.
Yeah.
Being an elf, her features are incredibly androgynous, but you've spent time with the Shadar, so you can pick out that she is a female.
There we go.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And you can see bits of armor under the cloak where the hood has come down. I am a servant of the Raven Queen.
Mm. How's the bitch doing?
Jesus Christ.
The face just is completely stunned. You owe the lady 20 souls. It has been nearly 6 years. How are you doing?
How many
Well,
souls do you have?
I have collected a few. Times are tough these days. Yes, I've got 4. I am on my trails for a few more this year.
In 5.5 years, you have only managed 4 souls.
She was studying.
I've been studying very hard, and I had been training another person that I've currently Esme, yes, that has suddenly disappeared. So I have had other things to do, and the Raven Queen did not specify a time frame.
Aha.
No, but I think it was implied.
I don't know.
I am here to assist and motivate you.
Oh, that will be much appreciated. Where should we go? Who shall we start with then? Let's get these souls on a roll.
Shining Legion.
This is your payment, not mine. I'm here to assist you collect it
Okay.
and defend you in these godless lands.
We shall collect some souls together in the next town, hopefully.
Hearing this talk of collecting souls, Imrik's just going to take a few steps back away from his newfound party, just be like,
Geode will
not
go
sure
over
what's
to
going
him,
on here.
it's just a thing that she does. So it's I don't know.
My cape is billowing while I'm saying this. We will collect more souls today. It's billowing.
Is this a figure of speech, or is this genuine?
As far
It's
as
genuine.
I know, it's a figure of speech.
Right. Imrik's kind of wondering if he's better off tied to that rock.
Yes.
Well, she did bring you back from the brink of death.
Yes.
Yeah,
Imrik,
so you can take
what
this,
ails you, my friend?
just kind of here with my soul. It kind of already belongs to someone else, and don't really want it taken.
We cannot get his soul. Okay.
He's been spoken for.
He's spoken.
Yeah. My soul's kind of spoken for already.
Alright, so with the last bits of conversation, you mount back up into your cart, and Geode hopping back up onto your horse, and you continue making your way westward along the Masama track. And it's getting just rougher and rougher by the hour. It doesn't look like this track is used very much anymore. You see grass is starting to grow through the surface in areas. And you continue moving along.
And the black smoke in the horizon behind us.
Yeah, occasionally looking back behind with a growing grass fire, smoke pouring up into the sky behind you as you move further and further away.
It's like, well, I tried.
But as you're moving, getting closer towards evening, you start to see more and more of those mutated figures further off in the distance. Some of them appear to be moving, just walking slowly, meandering through the grassland. So you can see a lot of them. At first glance in the distance, it looks like they're stunted trees. But as you get a closer look with some of them, you can see they're standing motionless, lifted high above the grassland on crosses dug into the ground. And these aren't just your normal, classic crucifix style. They're more like an asterisk with an elongated bottom
like
branch
a scarecrow kind of
leading down
thing
to
to
the ground.
hold everything up.
Yeah, and I'll draw a quick shape, vaguely like that.
Okay.
So like an asterisk, but with an elongated
It's a star.
base
It's a
leading down to the
wand.
grassland. You can see it just, as far as the eye can see, it almost looks like just not a forest per se. It's not that dense, but just as far as you can see, there's just more and more of these crosses and wandering figures getting denser and denser as you're moving.
Determining that, can Geode do pass without a trace to sort of muffle the movements of the cart and everything to help?
Can do.
shroud
So
it?
everyone's going to try to move quietly.
I would
Yeah.
say so.
All right, everyone give me a stealth check.
Oh, damn.
And plus 10 to it.
Yep, add +10.
At disadvantage for heavy armor.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I forgot
I'm
about
That's you,
also
that
at
too.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage for me.
Yep.
Are we
Oh,
all
I think you were in heavy armor.
disadvantaged? That's alright.
Oh man, I got a nat
20.
20 and a 4.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
So we got a 4, we got a
Oh, hold on, I need to add my
Oh, plus 10.
Well.
Plus 10. I didn't do the
20.
plus.
23 with the +10.
24.
I got a 5 actually.
19.
19
Do we
But
want
I'm
to
in the
roll for
cart. Does that
animals?
mean I get any sort of advantage?
Did you want me to roll for the animals as a combined or something?
Nah, we'll just ignore the animals for
Okay.
simplicity, otherwise we'll be rolling a whole bunch.
19 is
This is
with
kind of
plus
going-
10.
Oh, it's with +10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, I didn't plus my extras onto that.
I didn't plus my 10 either.
Yeah, I'm not into
right.
it tonight.
Well, I just had to plus my +1.
So that is
So,
14, 19, that's 29, sorry for me.
No worries. So all in all, for the most part, pretty damn good rolls. So Azzoth, as you're driving the cart, you just slow your pace a little bit as the shadows seem to build up around your party. And the ground underneath your feet seems to turn almost mossy in texture as your footfall is silenced with Geode's spell. And you make your way quietly further down the road. And with the sun getting lower, getting close towards the horizon, as you crest a hill, or you're just about to crest a hill, you see a thin wisp of smoke drifting up into the sky above you. And getting to the top of the hill, looking down into a shallow valley, you can see a farmhouse, heavily reinforced with thick stone walls and wooden shutters closed across all of the windows, and a heavy-looking wooden front door, and just a thin wisp of smoke drifting out of a chimney. There's a couple of barns and outbuildings behind it, and it's just built off to the side of the road. You can see a few cultivated crop fields spread around the house.
I'd suggest we'll approach them instead of staying out with these things tonight, because I don't know if they become more dangerous at night either. What does the rest of the party think?
That sounds pretty fair.
Imrik's a bit curious, like what's more dangerous, these things or people that live amongst these things?
Or me that collects souls.
Yeah, or you that collect souls. He's also going to be like, look, as much as I like following strangers into the darkness, where are we going and what are we doing?
We got a note from the Shining Legion. We're checking them out.
Ah, the good old Shining Legion, eh?
You're like, I don't know who the fuck they are.
Imrik sort of like, what the hell have I gotten into?
Kashi says nothing, but she's sort of stood off to one side, arms folded and tapping her foot, and you can tell she's thinking, what about the soul harvest? Come on, get a move
Chop,
on.
chop.
Get harvesting those souls.
To the soul harvest.
Okay, I'll say to the hut for now. You can start with that guy.
No worries. Let me drag you guys across.
And then Lyric would be like, do I still want to be here? It's black. No, there we go.
I'm getting there. There we go. I'll leave the animals off to the back. I'll say you just parked it.
Yep.
So as you get closer, approaching this farmhouse, you can see, yeah, it's very sturdily made. Looks like it's reinforced, but it's definitely lived in. You can see just a very, very slight bit of light coming out from underneath the front door, which is located just here.
Alright,
And a slight bit of smoke drifting out of the chimney.
gonna slowly approach. He's gonna go at the door and do a light tap tap.
Give me a
taking
second, I need to
note
pee
of-
again because I've been drinking way too much water and coffee.
Oh my god.
First world problems.
um, okay. So he's gonna do the light rap. Taking
Like,
note
pissing
of.
like a racehorse. Gone from dehydrated to horrifically overhydrated. Sorry, wait. So you've approached the house and you can see all of the shutters, heavy wooden shutters closed over all the windows around the edge of the house, and a massive heavy-duty wooden front door closed. As you walk up and give a, you see a small window, about the size of a post slot,
Yep.
whatever they're called. Is that the word? What are they called?
Dan?
Oh, slot.
Yeah, the ones that you put a letter through. Anyway, it's at eye
You know,
height though, and
letterbox.
The what?
the one that you go through the front door.
Yeah, letterbox.
Oh, I just.
It's not
okay.
a, is it?
It's called a letterbox.
Dubious. Anyway, so you see a bit of a wooden panel slide across, and out pops of it through it. You can just see the gleam of the metal on the tip of a crossbow bolt pokes out, just looking in your direction, and you hear, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Geode's gonna sort of, with a hand, move the crossbow bolt out of his face.
So it's
Sort of
like
like-
you can just see it's, just barely protruding.
Oh, okay,
through
so it's
this
not coming
little-
out.
little slot.
Alright.
No, the door's still closed. It's just this slight
Yeah.
slot has slid
I thought it
across.
was poking through the slot. Anyway, we'll not do that. Geode's just going to be like, me and my group, we've been traveling through these lands and we request some lodgings for the night, if it's, please. We realised it's quite dangerous out here and we've got nowhere else to bunker down for the night.
Oh, yeah. That is very dangerous out there. It's good to see a friendly face that has the correct amount of arms. Can you promise that you will not hurt any of my family in here?
I will promise that I will not hurt anyone.
This sounds slightly dubious. What about your other fellow
We've
party
met a
members?
couple on the way, so I'm not too sure about what those guys are going to do, but I can assure you that me and 2 other people will not harm you. And
You will
I
not harm
will
you.
glare at Azzoth and just be like, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna shuffle over to Kari and Elspeth, and just be like well versed in hiding my true intent on burning things. Like, maybe we should cut down on the harvesting souls talk for the evening. Just
Maybe we
Just-
should
just-
borrow
just-
your soul for a little bit.
well, you might have to fight someone else for it.
Daddy.
Daddy, fight Daddy for it.
Yeah,
Not
Daddy.
played anything.
All right, so with a bit of a dubious and concerned look, you can see a male,
Drew's
older
gonna
male
try and work
face
it up with
poking
a
out from
semi
behind the
smile.
crossbow.
Like, here, please?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, God. Just try. Ooh, 19!
Okay.
Ah.
You see the crossbow bolt withdraws back and the slot slams across in your face, and you hear a heavy wooden bar being lifted from the other side. And the door opens just a crack and he peeks
Good
out.
boy.
Like, okay, I guess you can come in, but make sure your dubious friends don't break anything. But please, hurry in quickly.
I'll point to our cart as well. I'm like, do you have a place that we can put the animals for the night as well? I'll give you some coin for it.
We've got someone that's pretty intent on guarding the cart in the party. You might want to sleep with it.
He looks over your shoulder and sees the cart with the oxen and your horse, and he's like, "Oh yeah. We have a barn out the back. Klaus, Jorgen, could you help put the carts into the back?" And you can see a young boy, if you can see through there.
Yeah.
And an older, quite burly, heavily built man just gives him a nod. They'll come walking out and just side-eyeing you as they go.
Well, I was going to say, as the boy comes out, he's just going to flick a gold coin in his direction and go, thanks for your troubles, to the boy.
Kid'll catch it out of the air. Yeah, it's a little boy.
Yeah.
He'll be like, "Oh, dankeschön." And they'll grab the cart and the horse and the oxen, and they'll lead them around this side of the house and take him to the barn that they have out the back.
Cool. All right.
And the man at the front will motion you in, like, quickly, come inside. It's best to not make too much noise, especially
where's
as
the
it
door?
gets later into the evening.
Geode will step in to the front and wait to be ushered around.
He ushers you all in, indicating. Inside, it's a quite neat house with a small fire burning. It looks like they've been cooking up some just very, very basic, simple stew. And just getting ready to sit down for an early dinner. But it's quite warm and pleasant inside, and well kept with clean floors and well nice and neat. Inside you can see another lady in her mid-30s. They're all humans. I think, weren't they all humans? Yeah, all humans. And as the last of you guys walk inside, the bloke that greets you at the door
Is
goes,
Kashi following?
Good evening. My name is Hansas, and this is Hilda.
I was gonna say, is this Hans coming back?
Oh, no, it's Hansas.
This is...
Some people call me Hans for short.
Okay. Geode.
And what might your names be?
I'm Geode. Thank you for your help this fine night. Yeah. Roll his eyes at his.
That is quite okay. It's dangerous out there, and us normal folk have to try to stick together in these hard times. There's many dangerous creatures. You have to, take care of your neighbors and all.
What are those creatures? I haven't come across them before. My travels.
Oh, well, we're not sure exactly what they are, but we call them the Lost. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but they seem to be used to be humans, from what I've heard rumors with some of the tribes that wander around here and trade with us. They used to be humans until the God of Vengeance got hold of them and somehow mutated and twisted them into the current forms that they are. But they just wander, and at nighttime they seem to become more active,
Geode's gonna lift his
hunting down
eyebrow
anything that makes any noise.
at Azzoth, hearing the God of Vengeance being mentioned. Is it the God of Vengeance that Azzoth wants vengeance against?
Yep.
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 Okay. Not sure if Azzoth heard. Probably.
Hmm.
Um.
So when did all this happen? When did these
Well-
these last see the God of Vengeance?
They seem to be getting more and more common throughout the years. We've been here for quite a number of years. We moved out to try to re-establish a farmstead, and it's dangerous, but we are taking our home out here in the wilderness.
It's a pretty odd place for a farmstead. Like, what inspired the travel?
Oh yeah, it is quite peculiar, but as dangerous as the surroundings are, they keep the bandits away. So you know the devil that you know, as it were, the lost creatures. They keep any bandits and slavers away. So as long as we can take care of them, they keep other bad creatures at bay.
You say
Yeah,
take care of
they
them.
give rather interesting hugs too.
Yes. Geo will nod.
Oh yeah, I would recommend avoiding their hugs. And with that, the larger burly man and the young boy, glad they finished putting your animals away, and they come back in.
He said,
Looking over their shoulder as Kashi is still lurking outside.
I followed Elspeth in.
Okay, cool.
Where she goes, I go. Everywhere.
As they come in, the little boy just ducks in behind the legs of the young lady in there, and Hansa walks over and pulls the door back closed, and you see a just massive, heavy-duty wooden bar. He slides back into place and gives the door a bit of a shake to make sure it's secured from the inside. Because you can't be too careful at night times there. So far, they seem to leave this place alone as long as we're quiet. You know, we don't want to be having any parties, as it were.
And the music.
Yes, maybe during the day where they're a little bit more tame, but not at night time where sometimes they come wandering around and scratching at the windows.
Geo's
But
gonna
they haven't gotten
mumble.
in
It's
yet.
like, I'm glad I chose to pack it in. I'd rather be inside than not out with them.
So far.
So far, yes, but like, compared to the hugs that we've been given, this sounds very hospitable. That word.
I'm just gonna go and sit by the fire and stare into it, like running my hand through it. That
He mentioned
quietly
something
sort of
about
muttering to
one-
myself, like, no, here's not the place to burn things. No, later.
I love it.
And I'd be like motion to like one of the kids, like, hey, do you wanna see a magic trick?
Give me a persuasion check. As the kid is like standing behind what could be his bum, and he's poking his head out, looking at this strange bunch of individuals that have been let into their house. He's like, oh, a magic trick, you say, mister? Oh, yeah, I would very much like to see. And he'll come and stand next to you, looking up at you with his big brown eyes.
Imrik's gonna put his hand into the fire and just like pull out like a flame into his hand, and in the hand it's gonna take like a shape of two people, and they're gonna be like semi-silhouetted in like German clothing, and then like the two people are gonna start dancing like German style in his hand, and they're
So cool.
dancing and dancing and dancing, and the kid starts smiling, but as they're dancing, Imrik sort of gets a little bit more intense and a little bit more focused, and the dancing gets more intense.
Geo's
then
gonna
he
see this
has-
and put a hand on your shoulder.
He's just gonna ignore it, and as the dancing getting more and more intense, the people
He's gonna
start
shake 'em.
go from dancing, and then they just start attacking each other and fighting each other, and
Mate,
scene gets more and more
mate,
violent, and
stop
Imrik
it.
getting
Like,
super
the kid's
focused.
like, was just like, oh, this is very exciting, yeah. And his mum seeing this, starting to go downhill. She's like, oh,
PG
that's
ratings,
quite
control
enough.
yourself.
Here, come over here, Klaus. It's time for dinner. Come away from. Yes, come and have a seat. And puts him onto the other side of the table away
Geode's
from
like,
her.
gonna squeeze the shoulder. It's just like, PG ratings. Stop
Imrik
scaring
is just going to snap out of it, like, oh, close his hand shut, and like, oh, sorry. Got lost for a little bit there.
But the boy is just like, oh yeah, that was very interesting. Yeah, that's, and he's like clapping, and his mum's just like, oh, yes. And get it smudges a bit of soot off the side of his face where he's standing a little bit too close from the flames dancing around your hands.
Right, and Geode's, I think, going to start picking up on a little bit of what Imrik's possibly happening with him, maybe.
And you're just going to go like, oh, apologize, my bad. And just sit back by the fire.
Be like, try
have a
and maintain
little-
control if you can, please. We don't want to scare these guys out of a good night's rest.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to it. He's just sort of sitting there quiet with a little bit of a
Geode liked
sly
it.
smile.
It's like, he liked it so good, but it's just like, cut it off.
Yeah.
And Hanses comes up and he's just like, oh, we were about to have some dinner. We don't have too much food, but I guess we could throw in some extra barley into the stew and bulk it out a little bit if you would like to join us for some evening meal. It's only simple, but it is sustaining.
I'm happy with that. I've been living off
sounds good.
simple.
Sounds 10 times better than being tied to a rock.
Whereas they pull out a couple of just simple clay bowls and start spooning out some stew after they add a few handfuls of extra barley into it to bulk it back out. And it's fairly basic, a little bit thin and watery.
Reminds me, I'm just going to put my tea on. Sorry.
No worries. Would anyone like a cup of tea as well to go with your dinner?
Yeah.
You got some
Oh,
ale?
yeah. Here, let me fetch you a couple of cups. And he wanders over to the little kitchenette that he's got and sits around boiling the kettle on the fire.
Gio's gonna be like,
getting some tea ready.
do you have ale by any chance?
Oh, unfortunately not. I'm sorry. We have some clean water from the well, but we're running low on supplies at the moment, so unfortunately no ale. We should probably do a trip down into Honorary Water sometime, but not Honorary Water. The Banner Accord, but it's dangerous on the road, so we don't travel too much.
Geo's just gonna hand him his business card.
Yeah.
Message in a bottle.
So hand her a little
message
bottle
in
with
read.
a cork and with a business card floating inside, somehow waterproofed. It's like, oh, you're a mercenary, a bodyguard for hire. That is good to know. It's good that some people take care of each other in these trying times.
It's what we need. We need to look out for each other.
And he reaches forward and holds the bottle in your hand. And as he brings it out, he chips a bit of your one of the lumps of rock off your hand, and he's like, "Oh, this is interesting." And he's holding one of the little crystals that grow out of your skin. It's like, "Oh, that is interesting. Quite a strange condition you have on your skin."
Yeah, it came through when he's from the Banner Accords. Yeah, when we defeated the god of the Banner Accords, conditions started growing over
I'm gonna
me.
joke from the side and be like, it's contagious.
Jokingly or trying to.
Jokingly.
Okay, no, it's cool. It's like, yes. No, I have seen some of the other earthly Genasi, but none of them that I've seen with this specific color of crystal. Could I keep this? It's quite interesting.
By all means, if you can tell me what it is, I'll be happy to know as well.
Oh, well, I'm no expert in rocks, but I just find it interesting, you know. Sometimes on the farm, in the paddocks, we find an interesting rock, and I like to add them to my collection.
By all means, yep. Keep it,
He'll,
add it
pop
to
it
your
into his
collection.
pocket.
As our thanks. No. It's just a free gift.
Oh, Dankeschön, danke. But yeah, you settle down for the evening and have some tea and some stew. Does everyone have some tea?
Yep.
And
yeah,
food?
I'll have some.
Yeah.
Lollies.
Oh god, do we want to have tea?
And lollies? No lollies.
No lollies.
Cookies?
No lollies. Fairly simple. No cookies, unfortunately. It's quite simple affair.
Imrik's just gonna walk over to Azzoth and just slowly suggest, like,
Girls.
are you sure the cart's alright out there by itself?
There
Are you
was
sure?
there, mommy.
Hello, Emma.
What did you say, Luke? Sorry.
Imrik's just gonna walk over and, like, slowly sit near Azzoth and just be like, that cart's kind of out there by itself. You sure it's alright there? Are you sure that cart's okay?
I think it's locked up.
Alright. You're quite.
I'll go look at the window anyway, just double check.
So there's some windows over this side if you want.
I can just
Move up over here. You can probably just see out the windows. Can you see out through there? Maybe just if you have a bit of a look around.
I see a stripe of line going out through there.
Yeah.
Do you want to open up the shutters?
Quietly. Because it's night time now, isn't it?
It's nighttime now.
Yeah, very.
And as you go
quietly.
to open the shutters, Hanses comes over and he's like, dude, are you sure you want to do that? I guess you could look at it, but just open it just a little peek. You never know if the lost are out there or not. But he'll allow you to pull the shutters aside just a
That's right,
smidgen
because
to
I
see
didn't
out.
nudge him anyway. Is this my cart here?
Yeah, sorry. Your cart is parked out the front. You can see a large barn with the barn doors closed with a large block of wood holding them closed from the outside. But yeah, it's a two-story barn with what looks like a bit of a hayloft up in the top. You can see one of those smaller hatch doors where people winch up hay bales and that up into the top. But it's another very, very sturdy affair made of heavy stone and large timbers with a slate roof.
We'll turn one of these chairs around and I'll settle down for the night. Watching.
He closes the shutters up
No.
Just leaving enough spot that you can see out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as can you still see enough out through there?
Kinda, yeah, exit over here.
So he said something when we were asking about the things about maintaining them or something. Can't even remember what he said.
So he said that they're trying to set up a bit of a farm out here, and the Lost seem to keep away more dangerous things like, marauders or slavers or other wandering monsters. So he's kind of happy that he knows how to deal with those monsters because they keep the other monsters away. Was his explanation of why they're settled out here in the Blighted Plains trying to set up a farm.
Yeah, I was thinking he said something about, like, baits them or something. Throws them out food.
No, he just makes do with them hanging around and just closes up during the night.
Yep, alright. Sounds good.
And he, as you guys are just finishing your dinner, he's like, so what brings you out through the Blighted Plains? It's not exactly a tourist destination. Ha ha ha. Chuckles to his own joke. It's very funny, yeah.
Geode's gonna smile. Very pleasant place. We got a note from the Shining Legion, and we're heading out that way to meet up with them.
Oh yeah, I've seen them come past every so often. They seem to come through there. Usually no rush as they're coming through here. Probably don't want to deal with the monstrosities. But yes, very, very impressive in their armor and their horses. Yeah.
Why don't they help you get rid of the monstrosities?
I honestly don't know, but they haven't come through in force enough to take on the monsters, I guess. Maybe you could put in a good word if you know them, and they could bring their armies down here and clear out the plains.
Jill nod and be like, yep, if that comes up, I'll definitely mention it.
And,
Imrik not wanting to sort of look out of place amongst the group, he's going to lean over to one of the party members like, "Who and what are the Shining Legion?"
Haven't got a fucking clue. I whisper back.
Right. I'll just act natural.
And they turn to you, Elspeth, and they're like, "Well, what about your tall one? If you don't mind me asking, I don't recognize your kind. I'm sorry, we're kind of ignorant farmers, as you see."
Oh, farmers. Well, we are here to ail you if you have any ailments that require healing.
Oh, they don't have any ale. We asked.
No! Shut up!
No,
Ailments.
the mistress says we're here to inflict ourselves upon them.
Oh.
Listen to the word she used. We're
They
here
are,
to kill them, not aid them.
You're here to
Ail them.
ail them. Yes,
I'm here
very.
to ail them.
And he's like, "Oh no, that is quite okay." Looking at the various wounds and the flame creature that you brought into the house, they're like, "No, I think we're quite okay. But I was just curious. A large furry person like you is not seen very often around these parts."
I am not furry. I am a magnificent creature.
Are any of the children still here?
Yeah, the kid's still sitting up the back
Oh.
with his
I'm
mum.
gonna lean over to the child and in a conspiratorial whisper say, "She eats souls."
Give it away. And I look over and
give me
look.
an intimidation
From the
check.
Just to the
fireman to the
child.
boogie monster, the boogeyman.
Give me an intimidation check.
Can I use strength rather than charisma?
No, not in this case.
Unless you're
That's
forcing it down his
-2
throat.
charisma.
Welcome
get a
to
16.
Geode's world.
16. The kid's eyes go wide and it's just like, yeah. Das is a funny joke. Yeah, das is joke.
I don't joke.
Mama, I think I'm going to go to bed now. I'm just going to, and kind of just keeping his back against the wall, shimmies past Geode and just goes and lets himself into
Can I
the
follow him
bedroom just down through
down?
here.
Can I follow him down to his bedroom
Is
and
his parents
ask him
gonna
if
let
he's
him?
okay that my friend has frightened him?
His dad, the kid closes the door, and the dad follows you down.
And I say to the dad, I
Bye.
hope your son is okay. We mean no harm.
He's just tired. He's quite young and he needs his sleep to grow up to be a big strong boy. He's okay. He's not used to strangers.
Oh, we are not strangers. We are friends.
You're a big looming beast.
He tried to follow
With a rock band and a
an unknown
fireman.
child into their bedroom.
Yeah, a 9-foot tall furry creature is following a small little 3-foot, 4-foot
I
child
don't think
into a
any of us
bedroom.
actually look normal in this party. Pretty much.
Hey,
and
I'm
he's
wearing
kind of
a mask and hood. I look totally normal
Okay,
for a
with hood
ninja.
up.
and he
What?
reaches up and grabs you by the shoulder and just starts trying to like shift you back away from his kid's door.
Can I see this?
Yes.
At which point my bow springs into my hand from nowhere, and an arrow is knocked and pointed at him.
I say
immediately.
so.
His eyes go
Unhand me.
wide and he like jumps behind Elspeth with his hands up. He's like, "Oh no, nine. That's okay. We're just trying to take care of everyone in here."
Help take care of you.
Kashi, give me a perception check.
Can I try and convince him that I can take care of him if he touches my special gem? Sounds really wrong when you say it like that.
You're following him into his bedroom, wanting him to touch his special gem.
Come touch my gem. Come touch my brooch.
I thought you had a dagger.
Was it a
What
dagger?
was your?
It's a dagger.
Was
Yeah.
it a brooch?
It's a little tiny amulet in the shape
It's
of a
an
dagger. but
amulet.
Tiny.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Little tiny fella. Sorry, what was your perception check, Lamb?
So that was 15 on the perception.
See? Okay, no dramas. Yeah, so he's just tries to duck behind and he seems to be using Elspeth as a bit of a human shield, but keeping his hands up, just like 9.
Can I try and
As soon
collect
as,
his
soon as he
soul?
releases her, I lower the bow.
Can I try and collect his soul?
So what are you promising? What are you saying
I
to
will
him? What
promise
deal are you
him.
trying to make?
Fertile lands in the coming spring. I don't know, is that the time they usually plant things? I don't know.
Just say the harvest. Plentiful harvest.
Yeah, plentiful harvest for the following year if you assist me by doing something. Like touching
what
my
what
amulet.
would is this deal that you what assistance exactly would you like to propose?
I am going around assisting everyone because I believe in a better world. I believe in everyone being healthy and happy and getting items that they deserve and need to survive in a cruel, cruel world.
Well, that is very kind of you. You're welcome to stay and assist on the farm. That would be greatly
Oh.
appreciated.
I have a special. I have a special. What's the word I'm looking for? A special
Token?
contract, not contract, no, a token, a special token that all I need is for you to touch, and all your harvest for the future years will be plentiful.
This sounds like you're wanting something of me in
I want you to be
return for your
happy.
aid.
I want you to be happy and live a happy and full life in a world that's so harsh and
As repayment
scarce
for
of
tonight.
resources.
As
Sorry?
repayment,
So-
as repayment for your kindness.
Oh yes, and repayment for your kindness in housing myself and my friends.
So you would bless these lands and ask nothing in return.
Yes, that is right. Or other than your hospitality.
Oh, of course, yeah. You can stay for the evening.
Would you?
And, your blessing is greatly appreciated.
You just need to do one more thing for me. Touch my amulet.
He reaches out and he's like, okay, that is a bit of a strange request, but I guess so.
I need
Reaches
your
out.
wife. I need your wife and children to do the same for the amulet to provide you a much plentiful harvest than you would once expected from just one person. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
And he'll reach out and touch the amulet. And previously, when people have agreed to your honest contract, as they've touched it, their blood has been let, but he touches it and it doesn't seem to penetrate his skin. He's like, oh, this is an interesting amulet. It looks quite sharp.
Oh.
And you don't feel any effect.
Oh no.
Because you haven't signed a contract to collect his soul. You've promised him that you don't require anything of him.
Oh, fuckers.
If you want him to sign a contract, you have to get him to agree to
Oh,
give
to
you
a
something
soul!
in return.
Damn it!
That's how contracts work. You can't just say, yeah, pretend and
backup?
lie to him that and say you literally don't want anything.
All you need is get a massive EULA, just a end user agreement, and just say he doesn't read it all. You know, when you sign up to something,
No.
end user license agreement.
You know how when you
Fucking
get
Apple?
you know how when you get an Apple product, you know how when you get an Apple product and there's a massive list of when people do buy an Apple product, there's a gigantic list of users' terms and agreements and
Oh,
stuff
really?
which no one ever reads, but they're like, yeah, I'll just agree to
And
it.
just scroll straight to the bottom and say, I agree. You need one of those.
Oh,
You need one of
okay.
those. Because right now,
I'll
you
get on it right
promised
now.
him fertile lands in exchange for nothing. That was
Where's,
the contract that you gave him.
You're gonna have to
Damn
work
it.
for him now.
No, I will not. No, because it didn't happen. Where's my little mate? I can't. What's Dan's new name?
Kashi?
I can't remember.
Kashi.
Kashi. Kashi,
Sorry.
where are you? I need your assistance. We need to come up with a proper contract.
I think it might be too late for this family.
Damn it.
You could try the mother though.
Oh, I
She
thought it
probably
was-
wants her children to live.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll Leander into the. She's in the kitchen still, isn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, let's Leander into the kitchen. Hello, mother. Is that the mother?
Yeah. She was introduced to you as, was it Helga? Hilda.
Hilda. Hi, Hilda. Thank you for letting us stay in your lovely, lovely house.
Oh, you are very welcome. I hope you enjoyed the food that we could provide for you. It's always nice
Oh.
to see friendly faces around.
Very, very delicious. Very, very good. Don't know what I'm going to say.
I've made it easy for you before, but you're getting more experience at collecting souls, so you
No,
need to
I'm
actually
not.
get them to sign
Okay,
contracts now.
Yeah,
Make it
so
hard for
very,
you.
very convincing.
Yeah. Well, how can I convince? Kashi, give me help here.
Ask her what she wants.
Oh yes. Hilda. Hilda. What? How? I see that you live on a very plentiful land. What are yours?
Yeah, we're trying to make our best in this world, you know. My young boy Klaus, we're trying to make sure he grows up in a better world than what we had. Now that the gods are gone, we're free to live our lives as we wish, and hopefully we can provide a nice fertile farm for my boy Klaus.
Oh.
He can grow up big and strong like his father.
Oh, I would like to help you in creating your lands to be fertile, much more fertile than they are right now.
What would you give for the fertility of your lands? What
But
does it cost you?
I would honestly for my boy Klaus, I would do anything for the boy. He's my entire world.
look outside.
Would you oh jeez, fuck, we dead.
So you'd give anything for him to have a better life than you have had.
Oh yeah, well, we have grown up in strange, dangerous times. I would like him to be safe and live much better than we have. I would do anything for him.
Is this your wish?
Oh yeah, if there's anything I can do to help him, I would do that without a blink of the eye.
And in my back pocket, I happen to have a contract that I roll out from a massive old scroll. And I say to her, "Oh, Hilda, I would love to help you and your son have a better future. All you need to do is sign over your soul to me."
My soul, you wish my
Yeah,
soul.
Well, you don't need your soul. You don't need it. You know, if you've got your son, that's all you need for his happy future. That's all you need. You don't need your soul. A soul is
Would
nothing.
And you can guarantee that you have some sort of higher powers that can bless
Yes,
these
I do.
farmlands for him.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All you need to
I-
do is sign this contract and put your finger on my amulet.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage because
Because I've got
Kashi,
advantage.
Yep, Kashi is assisting as well.
Oh no.
Assisting.
Oh fuckers.
What'd you get?
11. That's plus my that's a plus a 4 as well.
Buddy. Very
Can you make her
persuasive.
really? Can you make her really dumb so
she-
she should understand?
No,
and-
so she is gonna roll an insight check. If she gets lower than 11, she'll agree to it. That sound reasonable?
Okay.
Alright, let me just bring up
Lower than
her
11.
stats. So
10.
11. Ah, she rolled a natural 1. All right. So you see, she just looks in the direction back down to her boy's bedroom, and she swallows and. I guess so. Nothing bad is going to happen to me, is it? You just
Oh.
need my
I just
a
need your
soul.
soul. That's all.
Okay, I guess I can agree to this as long as my boy is going to be safe and
Well,
the,
you can
the
tell
farm
her
is
that
going to
she
be
still
fertile.
remains in the living.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what-
nothing bad's gonna. I told
Yeah,
her
what's
nothing bad's
happened,
gonna happen. So she's not gonna.
And she'll
disappear.
reach
Oh, no.
out her fingertip towards your amulet and just ever so delicately just place the tip of her finger onto it, and just with a spray of blood that squirts out over the scroll, that the piece of parchment in your hand, and you can see that the blood that splatters onto it just seems to shift over the paper and forms into what languages do you read?
I can read languages. I've got Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Giant.
No worries. Give me 1 second. One sec. Oh, who's eating themselves? Freya, don't eat yourself, Missy. No worries. So yeah, it forms into a single word, a name of some sort, but in a strange language that you can't read.
Okay.
And yeah, the blood, she clasps her finger in it, slowly. The blood seems to stop leaking from it. And you can see right between her eyes, on her forehead, a tiny little black feather appears. And you gain another soul.
Hey. Souls. Ha, ha, ha.
And I'm
One
guessing
soul a year isn't that bad, is
Kashi
it?
nods in approval.
Yes, it's terrible. You need more. I want to go home. I've been traipsing around this fucking country after you for 5 years. Nothing's happened.
You could make a deal with her. It's win-win.
It doesn't work on me.
And she, as she's trying to stop the bleeding, she's like, "Oh, can you assist with the bleeding?" And holds her finger out to you. It doesn't seem to want to stop the bleeding. It seems to be leaking, and you can see it's just starting to drip out of her fingertip, and it's not pooling on the ground. The blood seems to be crawling across the floor and just leaking down between the floorboards.
I'd be happy to cauterize the wound.
I guess so. Here, please, can you? It seems to be only a little cut, but the bleeding, it just doesn't want to stop. Could you try to? I guess maybe. Do you think if you burn it, it will stop? I'm not very good at first aid and bandaging.
Sure.
Neither am I. I'm very good at first aid. Can I can help bandage it.
Is
She'll,
Imrik gonna try and cauterize it?
Oh, he will if no one stops him.
I will try and assist and wrap a nice clean bandage around her finger.
Imrik's
See,
eyes
as
on fire.
she's got quite pointed nails. It looks like she gives herself some nice pedicures. She obviously doesn't like working out on the farm. She probably stays inside the house, and she's got quite sharp nails. And as you go to bandage her, she just scratches your skin. You're like, ow! And a little bit of blood wells up on your hand as well.
Oh, right. Am I cursed?
No,
Okay, good.
well,
I like that
you don't
little
notice anything.
pause.
It's just a slight scratch on your hand.
Okay.
But yeah, you help bandage her up,
So, yeah.
unless Imrik is going to try to cauterize the wound.
No, I'm gonna bandage her up. We don't need to set fire to the house. That we need to stay in for the night.
I think
Sit
we've
back
all
down and-
noticed now.
Quiet.
No worries. So with that, they'll be like, oh, okay, it's getting quite late, and I'm feeling a little bit dizzy. I think I need to go have a sleep now. I'll see you all in the morning. Have a good
No,
night.
no.
Oh, are we
No,
sleeping
no.
in here? They don't have extra beds.
The last one, the bloke, the other dude, as he's walking out, what was his name? Jürgen. Can just be like, oh yeah, we only have a couple of beds in here, but you're welcome to sleep in front of the fire. If you we don't have any other bedding, unfortunately, but there's the rug on the ground, and you should be at least warm in here. Have a good night. He'll go down into the right-hand room, and these two will head into the left-hand room
Alright, well Geode
through
will
doors here.
roll out
and there.
his bed mat over here. Okay.
No worries. So you guys doing anything else for the evening, or settling down for the night?
Should we eat their food?
We've
Drink
eaten their
them.
food,
Nope.
haven't we?
I am not eating anything they have provided.
So you haven't eaten anything at all?
I have not eaten any. I've eaten only rations I've brought from my pack.
No
I've
worries.
been,
You can have one
I've been
ration.
too busy and amused just watching the fire to eat.
No worries. Well, you're going to be very hungry in the morning then if you don't eat anything.
Well, I'm at the table.
Yeah, Geode's been was
Hospitable.
yeah, that word. I'm taking a couple.
No worries. So
It didn't taste
you-
funny or anything.
give me a investigation check. Or perception, I guess.
Investigation
What-
one you like.
or perception.
What was on the plate for dinner? What were they making?
It was just some very, very simple kind of watered down stew that they put some
Oh.
extra barley in to try to bulk out.
16
maybe
for
a little bit.
perception.
Yeah, it was pretty basic, but it was edible. Nothing fancy, but keeps you full for the night. What'd your roll go?
16 with perception.
16. Yeah, it didn't taste funny or anything. The tea that she served you tasted. They didn't have any milk or anything for it. Actually, no, they did have milk if you requested milk. No sugar though.
It's fine.
But it was normal tea. It was a little bit more watered down than you would expect. Like they're trying to preserve what tea leaves they did have. But tasted alright.
Cool. Yeah.
Can I go for a little search around their storeroom, see if I can find anything untoward?
Yeah, no worries. So as you walk into here, there's a couple of large cupboards and pantries, a few sacks, one full of what looks like barley, another one full of some finely ground wheat. There's a small crate or cask of some salted pork, very, very dry. Give me a investigation check if you want to try to search for anything beyond that. 23, lovely. Yeah, so a thorough search through all their cupboards, being quite sneaky as you do it with a good 23. Pulling off and you search through the running, a kitchen knife through the bottom of the wheat. You don't find anything untoward, just some fairly basic foodstuffs, a bunch of jars with some preserved vegetables and pickles and the like, but nothing untoward.
Geode, once he settles down, he's gonna ask, just in general, where... Sorry, I can't see your name.
With that investigation check, quite a few of the jars and crates seem to be empty. They seem to be running a little bit low on food.
He's gonna ask where Imrik's come from. Pretty, like... I don't see... Is he a fire Genasi?
No, just a half elf.
Half elf? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Where I come from, I've been all around, I'm just more so wandering the world at the moment.
So traveller or mercenary?
A bit of both. Traveller, mercenary, entertainer extraordinaire, whatever you need me to be.
Alright. Cool.
Yeah.
I've been doing a
So-
bit the same as well. More mercenary work than anything.
Yeah, so just really happy not to be tied to a rock at the moment, so yeah, happy to come along for the ride.
Yeah. Not tied to a rock and not tied to the sea. Sounds
Yeah,
good.
haven't been in a few hairy situations, so I'm not really sure about these people. They seem a little too nice for me. I'm going to take a little bit of their salted pork from the bag rather than what they've stewed up for us and sit back down.
Long pork.
You never know.
I'm like, well, it's either we're in here with them or we're out there with those.
Yeah.
These guys
Right.
might be a little bit more easier to handle than 6 or so of those things that we saw tromping around outside.
Yeah, having been drugged multiple times in his past, he's not so sure.
No worries. So you're settling down for the evening?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone keeping watch throughout night, or you're going to sleep?
I'll
I'm
keep
an elf,
watch.
so I only need to sleep for 4 hours, so I'll be up for most of the night.
No worries. Is anyone else going to take a watch?
Yeah,
I'll
but
help
what?
Kashi
Azzoth
gets to
out
sleep?
and do a picket at the window
Nice.
as well.
Okay, so Azzoth can take the first couple of hours shift.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a perception check.
Perception is 4. 23.
Nice. So as you're keeping your eyes out, just the gentle snoring of your companions in the room, and just hear a
Hang on, Geode's put his bedroll here.
no worries. And you just hear some quiet conversation coming from within the room that the two of the adults went into. And then outside, you can occasionally just moving somewhere around in the distance, you can see with the 23 a couple of those lost creatures. You can just hear very, very gentle sobbing as they seem to bypass the house and just continue on wandering around. But none of them seem to approach your window. but the rest of the night goes by without incident. Geode, give me a perception check as you take over from Azzoth.
Oh boy, 5.
Well,
Yep.
no worries. So you're
Switching out those dice.
wake up and you're watching out the window where Azzoth is, keeping an eye on the barn, and you swear you see a bunch of shadows moving around, and you're just wide-eyed, and your heart starts to beat, and you just realise that it's just some of the trees moving in the breeze, but you don't see anything out there.
Okay.
And you eventually walk over, and Kashi seems to be sitting there just meditating as she is resting. And you give her as you approach, one of her eyes open up. And Kashi, I'll let you give me a perception check for your watch for the second half of the evening. As Geode goes to sleep.
23.
Nice. So with 23, towards morning, still in the darkness, kind of 5 o'clock in the morning, you hear some more voices, like more discussion and talking come from the room where the two adults went into.
What are they saying?
What languages do you speak?
I speak Elvish, Common, and let me just check.
Are we all healing up as an...
Nope, that's it. Elvish and Common.
Not quite finish your long rest.
Okay.
So I'd say as you're keeping your ear pressed against the door with a nice high perception check, you don't understand the words that they're using. It's a very deep, guttural...
Geode speaks primordial.
and you just hear one of the voices give a few more sentences and then just stop and wait.
Where's this
And
coming
then-
from? Sorry, is this inside the house?
Yeah, coming from the bedroom that the two of the adults went into. Then it waits about 15 seconds or so, and then gives it another sentence in a language that you don't understand. And then
I ready my bow, and if anyone comes out of the door, I'm going to shoot them.
no worries. So you just sit there, just with an arrow nock, just watching the door a little bit longer, but with a few more sentences, and you hear now that female voice, but in a different language that you didn't hear before, or that you heard before but didn't understand. The two of them now have a short discussion, and then goes quiet again, and no one comes through the door, and you hear them, with that high perception and ear press against the door, you hear them get back into bed by the sound of it.
Okay, I shall leave them
And
in
the
peace.
rest of the evening goes by without issue, and you all finish a long rest.
Yay!
Yay.
I feel rested and one soul heavier.
Okay, so everyone's heal yourselves up. And next morning, you see the sun start to come through the cracks in the shutters, and Hilda and Jürgen and Hanses will come out of their rooms. Like, guten Tag, my friends. I hope you had a good night's sleep. You weren't spotted by the creatures outside.
No. We heard some strange noises throughout the night, though.
Oh yeah, there are some plenty of the lost seem to come wandering around sometime, but sometimes they scratch at the shutters with their little claw thingies, but they don't seem to be able to get in. Would you like to stay with us today? We could do with some farm work, or are you going to continue on with your travels?
We're hard pressed for time, so I'd rather continue with our travels. But thank you very much for your hospitality. Yeah. For the night, we much appreciate it, and I'll give him a couple of gold pieces onto the table for it.
Oh, dankeschön. That is very, very appreciated. This will help us maybe get some more seed if one of the traders comes by. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
And they pull the heavy bar from the door to let you guys outside.
And we go fetch our animals.
Which you guys like?
Yes. Is someone taking us around to the barn as well?
Yep, the larger gentleman will come out and escort you and be like, oh yeah, come this way and I'll get your oxen out.
Yep.
They didn't have a back door out of their house. That's so weird.
No, it appears that this house is like quite heavily fortified.
What's
And yeah,
so? What am I looking
so you
at?
can
here?
see. So there's a small shed just here with piles of firewood stacked up next to it with another fairly sturdy door on it. It doesn't look as sturdy as the main house, and this one doesn't appear to be locked. The large building over this side is a very, very heavily constructed two-story barn type building.
So this door's not locked.
No, there's no bar over this door. Jürgen will come over and he pulls a heavy bar off the front of the barn door and opens the doors up for you.
Can I have a little peek inside here, inside the shed?
Someone's
Are you trying to do it
rubbernecking.
subtly or
Stealthily, yeah.
stealthily? All right, give me a stealth check. Oh, done. Yeah, so you wait until Jürgen is sitting there struggling with this heavy bar, lifting it up, and you pop that door open, and within you see just a very simple shed. Some tools sitting around the place, some basic woodworking supplies, and a small hand plow in the corner. It looks like one of the blades is bent, and they may be in the process of repairing it.
Okay.
Give me a investigation check, though. One of the hammers sitting on the table with that higher check, you can see some traces of blood. They look like they're a few days old. It's dried blood on one of the hammers.
Does it look? Can I Does it smell and look like human blood? Or can I tell?
Give me a medicine check, I guess. Just putting your ox in there. There we go. 18. Yeah. It doesn't quite look human. With a solid 18. It seems to be... I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, it's not quite the right color of human blood. You're not sure what it's from, but it's just something is slightly off about it. It just doesn't seem to be the right consistency and color of human blood or humanoid.
Does it look like an
Normal.
arm from
You
To
know,
do
elf
that
or-
check,
or
to
anything
do that
like
check, I'm gonna pick the hammer up and just give it a lick.
It just tastes off. It doesn't taste like, your standard humanoid like elf or human or dwarven
Acidic?
blood. It's something different. Yeah, slightly more acidic, let's say.
Do you want Geode to lick it? He's acid resistant.
But Jürgen will help pulling open the doors, and inside you can see the two oxen. And one of them surges and they both try to push their way out of the barn. You can see one of them, its whole head and its side is just dripping wet. It's weird.
Oh no.
Wet with water or blood or blood?
Investigate.
Not blood. Give me an investigation check.
Ooh.
Yeah, Imrik, you're still over there licking a hammer.
Yeah, licking my hammer.
So Azzoth or Geode, if you're over there near your oxen.
15 for Geode's investigation.
It's thick and slimy, almost like very, very viscous saliva, maybe.
Okay.
Who's been licking the cows?
Geode's gonna go and see if his horse is in there still.
Oh yeah, the horse is in there as well.
Okay.
Sorry,
I was like, oh my god, they
the
need my
horse is looking wild-eyed and it's just like trying to. It sees you and comes trotting out of the barn.
Okay.
seems to be quite keen on getting out of there. Where's your horse? There's your horse.
I'm gonna.
As it almost charges over the top of Azzoth in its rush to get out of the barn.
I can't move them. Can I try and
I don't know
settle
why
the
you don't.
animals?
You should have control of the horsey. I don't know why you don't.
I can control the ox.
Let me. Oh, it's disappeared. Sorry. Let me give you. Okay, should be able to control the horse
Why
now.
the horse is so much bigger than
There you
the
go.
ox itself?
It's yeah, it's a very very large. Well, the oxen are usually large. I shrunk them down to make them normal sized.
Yeah, so Geode's gonna try and calm down the animals, and I don't know, Azzoth, would you assist?
These
Yeah,
hello
can-
Frey, you're playing footsies. Yeah, these oxen are just like trying to like muscle their way past. One of them is just like nuzzling up against you, Azzoth, and as it comes up against you, rubs its head up and down your face and chest, and just this thick, viscous saliva type substance is all over this oxen's head. And Jürgen's like, your animals seem to be quite alarmed. Here, let me just close the doors on the building here, and
Geode's
starts
going to peek
pushing the
in
door
before
back
he
closed again.
closes it.
Can we have a look inside, see what the
Yeah.
stuff is?
Hold on, I've got the ox.
Yes.
Can I remember any of the sounds that were made last night? Given I had the high perception check, I don't necessarily know what was said, but in the same way that you can copy the noises made by someone speaking a foreign language.
Oh, so you're going to try and repeat them?
Yeah. So give me a intelligence, just straight intelligence check. To see, yeah, if you could pick up on enough words. It's hard trying to pick up the sounds of another language, but yes, if you picked up the semantics of what they said.
20.
Natural 20?
Yeah,
So
22.
you surmise you feels that like if you try to repeat the words, it'd be quite tearing and jarring at your throat, but you feel that you've memorized a handful of the sounds, and what you figure you could pick apart individual words that you think you could probably repeat.
I will say what I can, basically.
And this individual here his eyes kind of go open. He looks over at you, and he's like, "Excuse me, what was that?" And he's looking very inquisitively at you.
Does Geode recognize the words, him being able to speak primordial? Okay,
Nope.
cool. Just double checking.
What languages does everyone speak? Elspeth, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Giant.
Azzoth, what languages do you speak?
Common and Orc.
Okay, no, none of you guys understand the words that came out of Kashi's mouth. Imrik, what languages do you speak?
Infernal, Elvish, and
Probably common. No, so yeah, no one understands these words that come out of
I think
Kashi's
I've got
mouth.
an undeclared language from my background. I think I've got a language I hadn't actually selected yet.
What's your background? Far Traveller. Far Traveller has a language. What language would you like to have learnt then?
I would like to have chosen deep speech.
Yep, you know deep speech. Still don't recognise these words.
Fair enough. Worth a try.
Yeah, add that to your character.
As he's trying to close it, Geode's going to put a boot in the way and wants to look in there since the animals have been petrified.
No worries. Give me a perception check.
No, hang on, perception. 15.
You can see some more of this saliva-type goop spread over the floor. Specifically, a bit of a puddle around this one here, this door. So looking within, you can see there's a large pile of hay stacked up in a couple of crates with some tools. A ladder goes up into the second story where there appears to be a hayloft. Sure, why not? And then there's 4 doors, all closed, leading into what you surmise are probably animal pens. With that perception check, you can hear some pigs oinking and grunting, and a slight roar of a cow coming from another one of the rooms. But yeah, you can see that saliva type substance is built up around this door here.
He's gonna be like, I hope you don't mind, but I'd like to look in and see why our animals were so frightened, and just step past him.
Or not, nine. That is unnecessary. There's we have some a dangerous large dog in there. Is very drooly, as you see. He's a large mastiff type dog. He's guard dog. Maybe he got out and licked the animals. He
I
doesn't
like-
attack animals. You see.
I like guard dogs. Can I see what he is?
Oh no, nine. He's very dangerous. That's why we keep him locked in here. You'll see.
With the
I
animals?
he
can
likes
smell
us.
bullshit.
Give me an insight check.
No, I'm just declaring that.
I know that. Yeah.
Well, Geode, do you want to do an insight check then?
Insight. 18.
Trying to, keep a dog, and you surmise if there was a dog in there, you could probably hear it barking at these strangers if apparently it is a guard dog. He's like, nine, he's got his arms like out. He's like, no, nine. You don't want to go into this. The dog, it bites, it's quite dangerous, but
I do want to go in there, and I'm going to just step past him.
no worries.
No.
So put yourself where you want to be. So this is the door, just here.
Can I just at this point, being very suspicious of the blood on the hammer, pull out my Pact of the Blade.
Pact of the Blade.
No worries.
So I'm stepping past
So
him.
we're about
to
Door
here.
down here. Yeah, so essentially he's just here trying to bar the door. So
Yeah, so just past him.
yeah, he's trying to bar that door just there. Are you opening the door up?
I will open the door up.
Excellent. Let me just
Geode's
is
sort
this
of
here?
going to be
I trigger combat.
at the ready in case something. Yeah, is going to
I'll
come
just
out
wait
and
out
attack.
here.
So no one move where you are, because as you push him out of the way,
Jeez,
and
that thing must be huge.
as you push him, he feels heavier than what he should be. Like, he feels like a very, very sturdy, muscly sort of dude underneath his fairly simple farmer's get-up. But as you kick the door open, you see a hulking frog-like creature, just his flesh seeming to almost be hanging off of his bones. Yeah, I don't know why. There's just a lot of frogs in this campaign. No thanks. I'm already peeing enough as it is. This one doesn't have a human arm in its mouth, but you see just this dripping drool pouring down its chest as it's sitting there with a finger in its belly button, just like.
So that's what's
And
in
as you
the.
open the door, and he looks up with his weird, beady little amphibian eyes, and you go. And everyone roll initiative.
Right. Why did you open the door?
Well, it's been drooling all over our animals.
If you need them, though.
We must protect the.
I've got to think of your safety. Ooh, another good initiative roll. Not quite as good, but still good. I love this die. It's doing really well today.
I've changed my dice up. I'm getting better.
I got a 1.
Oh boy.
I got a 16.
Alright, give me uno segundo. Ooh.
So is this the same kind of speech that the frogs? Were they frogs talking? The slides?
Oh, that's
I
very
can't
high.
remember.
So yeah, it wasn't speaking this creature. It was just like muttering random noises while it was sitting there with his finger in his belly button, just drooling all over himself.
Okay.
Fingering belly buttons as they do. All right, sorry. Let me just delete some of this random
But
scribbles.
frogs don't have belly buttons. What sort of
This-
mutant freak is this?
This one, I know they don't have belly buttons usually, but this one very specifically does.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying.
It's weird. All right, so let's go some initiative. So Kashi, what you get?
22.
Ooh, nice.
Yep.
Geode.
19 this time.
Very nice. Imrik.
21.
Ooh, look out, some good rolls. except you're all the way over there in the shed. Azzoth.
1.
Such great rolls.
I revert my previous comment. Azzoth with a solid 1. Elspeth.
16.
Oh, nice. Put in these. What's your...
Who?
He got 10, sorry. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Just make sure everyone's in order and I haven't missed anybody. And 10. No worries. So as you slam open the door, the farmer just turns to you with a look of now his kind of shock and like, oh, no, 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 you don't do that. Just turns to just pissed off anger. You see his face just shift. And he just cocks his hand back and just snots you right between the eyes twice.
Who? Me?
Nope, Imrik. Not Imrik, but Kashi.
Okay.
Damn, he got a high initiative.
Yeah, he got nat 20. And I believe both of those miss, actually. So you see him just cock his fist back and just take 2 swings at your face, and you just duck and weave out of the way. And over to your turn.
Nice.
I will draw the punch buckler off my left hip, and my short sword just sort of snaps into my hand instantly, without me drawing it, and I shall attack him with my short sword twice.
Is the Jedi too?
It's a mystery. It's elf powers, basically. That's a...
That's an advantage as well because Geode.
Yep, advantage.
Ooh, in which case, the first roll, I got a 9 plus my attack bonus. What the hell is my attack bonus? I normally attack with a bow. I don't know what I do with a real weapon. 16.
16? Sorry, which one are you attacking? The dude or the big blobby thing?
I'm attacking the dude.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, no worries. 16, that will hit.
That does a mighty D6 damage. How have I lost all my D6s? Seriously? It's like the most common die type. Right, hang on. Where's roll 20 gone? Lost everything now. Oh, it's all coming apart. D6 plus 4. Does that work?
Yep, there you go.
Ha! 10 damage.
Lovely.
And then I'll attack him again.
No worries. So it's 10. Oh, you slash across him.
And that's a 23 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit as well. Give me some more sweet, sweet damage. Another 5 points of damage. A total of 15. Nice. You just, your sword comes out and just starts slashing through this person, and the blood is not quite right. You expect to see a kind of bright red coming out, but it's kind of slightly off. Slightly grayer than a usual human's blood. Bonus action.
Bonus action, I will teleport 30 feet.
No worries.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, like, slightly
Six.
more grey than Geode's blood?
Your blood is almost black.
Yeah.
Because that's Elspeth outside, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Yeah. So I
Suddenly,
teleported there to cover her from any attack.
suddenly with a burst of raven feathers, and Kashi just fades into shadows, and then just you hear a pop of displaced air as she appears just behind you.
I'm still
Raven
semi-transparent at this point as I appear.
Still looking almost like Geode's shadow, Geode's echo. She's just almost like a shadowy form, with feathers still settling around her. Kashi's done. Imrik, you're up. Geode, you're next.
Alright, just hearing the commotion, I'm gonna like drop the hammer with my hack blade already suspiciously drawn. Run out, and see what I can see.
Is this your great sword?
This is my
longsword.
longsword. Figure
Alright,
the
so
great
it's-
sword's probably too heavy for him.
Right, so he rushes out, and you guys hear him come around the corner, and you see this just flaming blade held in his hand.
2, 3, 4.
You can just see, looking over these guys' shoulders, some fresh blood on Kashi's sword. And you can see a commotion inside of the barn. With this farmer now bleeding and yelling out and turning around with a look of just anger and rage on his face.
So the farmer, I can't see any creatures. I can just see the farmer. Yeah.
Yep, right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna run to the door, and I can't really see anything. So I'm just gonna hold my action, ready for something to sort of pop out.
No worries. You probably can't quite get that far.
Did
Okay.
he do his dash though?
To here?
Unless you're using your dash. Yeah, I'll let you
No.
get to there.
No, I'm just going to here.
Yeah, because it's double move to move through the people and the alt.
Yep.
Quite large.
Yep.
No
Just
worries.
hold my action.
Right, Geode, you're up.
Okay, seeing that Kashi's moved out of the way, he's going to try and squeeze past this guy over here. For Azzoth to back up.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. It's going to just bonus action summon his echo here for now.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm just going to write down other stuff. Yep. So your echo appears just there.
Yep.
You minimize that. Where is your echo? Here, did you say?
Yep. Yep.
Beautiful.
And
You have control of that.
with that, he is going to Booming Blade this guy.
No worries. Make your attack.
Actually, no. I'm going to hold my attack and see what Azzoth does. If he steps closer, I'm going to go for it. And if that guy makes a move.
Sorry, you're holding your attack, was that?
Yeah, sorry. For Azzoth to get
No
closer.
worries.
And if
Elspeth. Or was your echo doing anything else, Geode?
he's my
No worries.
scapegoat
Elspeth.
at the moment.
Well, I ain't got shit, so I'm gonna bless everyone.
No worries.
So
What
I'll
level are you
bless-
casting that?
I'll just do it. What level can I cast it at? Any level?
Sorry, say again.
Oh, sorry, I was just reading the.
I think
the card.
first level you can do 3.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
just
first
do
level you can
3.
do 3.
Yeah,
No
I'll
worries.
just
So
do
who
3.
you blessing?
So I'll do Geode, Azzoth, and I'm gonna assume is it Imrik? Gonna go in and attack soon. So
Well, he's come running out with just a very large, very flaming sword.
yeah, I'll bless him as well.
No worries. So you are
Bless you.
concentrating on that.
Yes,
Did you feel the blessings of the Raven Queen settle upon thee?
yes. I'm
No
fueled
worries.
by these souls that I have singular soul that I have collected now.
Think how much more powerful you'd be if you had 20 levels. I mean souls.
I'm on 5. It's all right.
No worries. All right, so it's over to this creature's turn.
Oh, sorry.
And
Can I
as-
move out of the way so that Imrik
Yep.
doesn't have to? Yeah, I'll just
Use
kind
your
of
movement.
hide over in this corner here. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Go for it.
Yeah. 21. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, Geode. But as you turn and look at this hulking creature as it lurches to its feet and just bites onto you.
Actually, can I do my shield? Is that too late now?
No. Yep, so you can cast shield, burn that spell slot.
Does that still...
And last second, as the teeth are about to hit you, they just skim off to the side, screeching as it tears through the arcane shield.
Yeah.
And just shakes its head, and you see its whole floppy throat skin just flapping around, and just a globlet of saliva just splats onto your arcane shield and just starts running down just in front of your face.
Geode's gonna put on a face.
No worries. And then it just disappears in a puff of shadow and reappears hanging off a ladder above your echo.
Oh god.
And you see this door here suddenly gets smashed open into splinters. And just dragging himself through, almost struggling to try to get through that gap. You see another one of these hulking, weird, amphibious-like creatures drag itself through. And squeeze himself up that corridor. He's going to try to bite you as well. It's real tight in here, so he's going to be at disadvantage.
Has this guy moved out of the Echo's sort of spot? Because my Echo can get it.
No, so he's up above, like hanging off the ladder.
Okay, so he's still not quite
hanging
out
over
of
top
that
of him.
range. He hasn't stepped out. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
so
cool.
he's essentially like 5 foot above, just hanging off
that's
of the
alright.
ladder.
I was just trying to get
over
a
top of him.
placement on how high he's jumped up and stuff. Yeah. Cool.
No worries. He's trying to squeeze through the narrow corridor, and he tries to take a chomp into you. But you just back him aside and slam his head into the side, and he's like poof, disappears into a burst of darkness and appears next to you, Azzoth. Speaking of Azzoth, it's your turn.
Okay, I'll. So no one's hit any of these frogs, have they?
Not yet.
No.
Okay. I'll take a shot at this one. Do I...
If Azzoth, moves there, does he get? Is that still in range of the frogs? Are they huge?
Yeah, so they're taking up the space that they are. They're large creatures. So which one are you attacking? Sorry, Azzoth.
One at the top there. I'll hit it with a menacing attack, so 24 to hit.
No worries, that hits.
And
Roll
I'll
some damage.
do my superiority die.
Oh.
Damage is 7, so 18 damage.
Nice.
And you roll a wisdom saving throw. On fail,
Can do.
it frightens.
Wisdom save. You sure? Yep. It's frightened, did you say?
Yep. DC
So
15.
you just make your menacing attack and roar in this thing's face, and it just looks at you slightly confused, as it seems to be immune to your frightening presence.
Okay, I'll take another swing at it.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to go
28.
outside, Moose. You stay there.
Hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And I'm going to do a trip attack.
Lovely.
So another priority die for a damage of this. So 10
How much
damage.
10 damage.
Magic. And you
And
need to
hit.
make. Is it large?
It's large.
Okay, yep. So do a strength saving throw.
Strength save.
Yep.
Can do. Nat 20
Oh,
for
shit.
25. It's hanging off of the rafters above, and you jam your axe into it and try to drag it down, and you see its muscles bulge, and some of its flesh almost tear away from its bones, looking like he's got some of his muscles underneath his nasty skin are tearing away, but it holds on to the roof above you.
In that case, I'll just do Vacuum Surge.
Yep,
Give it another hit. 25 to hit.
that'll hit.
Damage 15.
Lovely. Oh, you're
And
just chopping into this thing.
another hit. 26.
Hell yeah. Oh, look out on these rolls.
And
I guess you don't need to use bless at all. That was a bit of a
Yeah.
waste, wasn't it?
oh, did you give me blessed? Did you?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
but so far you haven't needed it on
You haven't
anything.
needed it.
And 10
You're
damage.
just chopping into this thing again and again. Your axe is just coming down as this thing's dangling by its legs. It's like a pinata as you're just slashing into this thing, and there's just viscous green blood is leaking out of it, with just specks of bright red blood in amongst the green, just raining down over the top of you like a shower. Any movement or bonus action?
Alright, seeing that Azzoth hasn't backed Geode up, Geode forfeits his action.
Yep. The unfortunates of holding your action.
Can I
Anyways,
take
back to the top?
Can I take a pot shot at this thing? Because now it's just come into the range as I hold my action.
Yeah, sure. I can't remember what you were holding, but yeah, sure, go for it. Yep, which one are you attacking? You probably can only see this one hang up here.
I can only see the one below Grant, sort of.
No worries. 7 force damage. That'll hit.
I think I wasted my bless. I think you guys need it.
So far, everyone's been rolling really nicely. Back to the top. This dude over here is just going to turn around with his primary target gone, and he's just going to cock his fist back and try to belt Geode into the face a couple of times as well. That one will hit. Shield won't help Geode either because that's still up. So Sky. Sorry, I'm yelling. Geode takes 10 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, Geode takes 10 bludgeoning damage. As just whoops him across the face. Whoops, no, I just took off a lot of damage. Sorry. 46. Yeah, sorry, I turned your hit health to 10 instead of minus 10. And he's going to try to muscle his way past you. So he's going to make... He's trying to muscle his way past you. To go onto the other side, so... Yep, opposed strength check. He got an 18. Sorry, I can't roll your strength check for you, sorry.
What is my strength?
Hi, Moose.
Oh,
Settle down, you wolf. There's no wolves in this game.
with a 10.
With a 10? No, so he managed to muscle his way past you and stands on the opposite side. With that, where are we? 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 5, 55. Come rushing around the corner, charging straight towards you, Kashi. You see Geode appear.
Hey, what?
Sprinting around the corner of the building, coming charging at you. And it's over to your turn.
Is Moose playing around?
He's having a little bit of a play with Freya. Only a little bit though, he's alright.
Can I still see Geode through the door?
100%.
Turn.
Less people, didn't you?
Was that the end of the round? Oh shit, that was a very
Yeah, we're back up to the top of the round.
Oh, okay, okay.
Someone's just come running at me. I'm going to... Yeah, my bow flashes into my hand, and I put 2 arrows into Geode as Geode rushes at me.
No worries. Make your attack rolls. Aww.
That's a... Sorry, this is with sharpshooter, so that's a 10 for 15. So 15 and a 23.
Both in hit. Oh, Moose is very cute.
Okay, which is...
We appear to have some wolves in the house going crazy.
21 and 22 damage, respectively.
Oh, jeez, lovely. So what's that, total of 43?
Yep.
Oh, blimey hell. Very, very nice. So yeah, this thing comes, this maybe fake Geode, you surmise, comes sprinting around the corners, charging straight at you, and just bang, bang, cops 2 longbow shots to the chest, and just goes down one knee for a second and just drags itself back to his feet, and just look of rage in his eyes.
Action surge.
Do it.
So that's another action, arrow at it, and yeah, so it can take another 2.
How much damage?
Sorry, that's a natural 20 on one of the attacks.
No worries, roll that damage.
A 16 on the other. So for the nat 20 is 22.
Mm-hmm.
And for the other one is 23. Because my dice hate me when I'm rolling more than one of them at once.
No worries. And with that, it's just a grouping like the size of a fist. Just bang, 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 bang. 4 arrows slam into this thing's chest and just goes down flat on its face, unmoving on the ground. And as it dies, its whole body seems to warp and shift and twist. And you see... This weird skinless creature is replacing Geode's form, laying dead on the ground.
I hope that wasn't a real Geode. I say.
What's that?
I say, I hope that wasn't the real Geode.
You have only just met Geode, you never know. That's your
These
turn
lighting
complete.
things again.
Imrik.
All right. I'm going to.
Moose, come on, back in your crate.
The one, same one again.
Same one again. No worries, that'll hit for another 9 points of force damage. There's another just bolt of flame tears past you, Azzoth, and slams into the creature sitting in amongst all the hay. Luckily, it's not actually fire damage, or it may be lighting fire to the barn as well.
Well, that's coming.
Yeah, I figured as much. Geode, your turn. Or Imrik, do you have bonus action or any movement?
I'm going to. Where are we? I moved to. Here, so I can see
Settle
it.
down, Moose. Good boy.
Just move to there.
Where'd you move to?
Just there.
Just in front of Kashi.
Oh, yep, there. Seen.
Yep.
Yep, no worries. Geode, your turn. Elspeth, you're after.
Alright, what's happened with this guy for now? Nothing? Really?
So he just belted you into the face, slipped with his other one, and then pushed past you.
Okay, well, with that, he's going to Booming Blade this guy.
No worries.
That missed the whole thing. That was 14 plus stuff.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay.
God damn it, I need to pee again.
Let's get a bucket next to the table.
So literally just drank the whole water tank.
Someone just needs a catheter.
Alright, so damage for that was...
Maybe I'm pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're definitely
Good.
pregnant.
Good
I
luck
think I'm
with
pregnant,
that.
Sky.
12 damage.
12 damage?
7 normal, 5 thunder.
No worries.
And he's got Booming Blade on him. And then, because I've taken the attack action, my Echo's going to unleash as well.
No worries. Make your attack. As this thing is just dangling above the Echo, just drenching it in this weird green and red spotted blood.
18 plus stuff.
That'll hit.
And he's got him for 6.
6 damage.
Yep.
Nice. Still up. Alright, any movement or bonus action?
No, I am going to stay
Elspeth, over to you.
If you guiding bolt at this froggy over here, do I need to move to get in? not
No, you can
shoot?
see through.
I can
You
do.
got clear
I
line
can
sight.
do
Yeah,
that?
so the barn doors are slid aside. They're wide
Yeah.
open. And it's a
Okay.
pretty big target.
Yeah, you say this and I roll a really shit number. Yeah, I roll a really shit number. I got a 4 plus 7, 11.
Doesn't hit, sorry.
Yeah, I could guarantee it wouldn't hit.
Thing just sees the bolt coming and just swings its way to the side, and the bolt slams into the side of the barn.
Should have blessed
At
myself.
least you did manage to hit the broadside of the barn, though.
Okay, good. Like that's any benefit at all.
Movement or bonus action?
If I move away over here, is that alright? Can I do that? Yeah. I'm just thinking because there's something over here, I just don't know what it is.
If you move, this one here is going to take a swing at you.
I will stay here because I'm. Oh, I can't stay there. Hold on, I'll just stay here. That's alright.
No worries. Yeah, because this one's next year and can reach out through that
Okay.
barn door to get you.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Over to that one's turn. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Right, this one. Actually, no, sorry. This one up top here. How smart are they? They're not particularly intelligent. it's going to take a bite at your echo, Geode.
Porter, you're not actually starving to death, you know.
And its jaw seems to just unhinge and grow, and the entire top half of your echo, Geode, just disappears into this thing's mouth, and closes its jaws down, and the teeth just tear through it, and it suddenly just evaporates into a ball of shadow and mist. And I'll just move it into there for now. And it's just like looking very, very confused and annoyed that its meal has just evaporated. And then this one here is going to try to do the same to...
What happened to my vision?
who does want to hit? Huh?
What happened to my vision?
Your vision? Can't you see?
Oh, I was seeing more like a...
Yeah,
Oh,
because
Echo's
you did
gone.
have your echo up. Your echo
Yep,
just got
sorry.
eaten.
Yep, I just
This
noticed.
one here is going to try to eat Azzoth.
So how did Echo get over there? Sorry.
Oh, actually, at advantage, because flanking. Hell yeah. He's going to eat your face. Come on, roll good. 17, does that hit?
No.
Damn it!
And riposty.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Okay.
Damn it, I really wanted to try to eat your head.
21.
Ah,
11
yep,
magic
that'll hit.
damage.
11 damage. Blast.
Too late.
No worries. I'm very upset about that. Alright. It's over to your turn then, I guess.
I'll just keep hacking on the one at the top there. The 20 hits. 13 damage.
Yep. Still up.
And another one. Oh. Precision.
No worries. You also have Bless, remember?
Oh, okay, we'll do the bless force. That's D4, isn't it?
Yep.
That's a 1, so that's
Okay, brings it up to 11.
precision.
Precision strike. Is this your last maneuver? Maybe two
I've
more.
got one more after this.
One more after this, yep.
You can speed one spreaders. Okay, add 5 to that, so
And that'll bring it up to a hit.
11 damage.
Oh, barely standing. You're just showering yourself in blood and goop pouring out of this thing, and you're just hacking slabs of flesh off of it. And you see, as you're cutting into it, its whole body seems to be almost disintegrating as you're damaging it. Is that the end of your turn?
That's it.
No worries. Frey's behind me. She's being very cute. Well, this creature here, sorry, on this side,
I was like, I'm not a creature.
not Geode. I will try to belt you in the face again, I guess. He's back against the wall.
Alright.
18 hit
Yep.
for 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he just roundhouse punches, not kicks, just windmill pretty much, just swinging for the hills, just smacks you across the side of the head. The other one jams up into your ribs, but glides off of your plate armor, or half plate. And where are we? That one is dead, so it's not his turn. Cash, you're up.
I will. Sorry, distracted momentarily by the spaniel.
Also, it's 6 o'clock, so just yell if you do need to bounce.
Yeah, my guy's running a bit late, so I'm no ETA yet. No, that's a horse. It's not a banderhob.
Don't kill the horsey.
I can see this banderhob.
Correct?
I think I can see this one as well.
Yeah, you can see both of them. This one here is barely holding on to life, and this one here is still looking pretty sturdy.
Well, I'll put an arrow into the top one first.
No worries,
And
roll
then
it.
I'll put an arrow into the second one afterwards. Top one, natural one. I might shoot that one a second time instead. If that's
no worries.
alright.
It looks like the arrow's about to hit this thing, but last second, the chunk of flesh that you were aiming for seems to just shift and move and almost tear off the bones around it, and the arrow just goes sailing through the hole in its body that created.
Well, that was
Second attack.
unexpected. Second attack, non-natural 20.
Dirty 20?
Dirty
Nice.
20.
Don't even worry about rolling damage. How do you want to do it?
I am going to pin its tongue to its eyeball, so as its tongue comes out, the arrow pins it through the eye, sort of almost threading it like a needle.
Lovely. As this thing's, with its final death throes, it just collapses into a ball of flesh that's just disintegrating as you watch it just sloughing off the bones, leaving a strangely human-looking skeleton behind as its flesh is just starting to turn into mush. And anything else? Bonus action or movement?
No, I'll stay where I am.
No worries. Imrik, you're up. Geode afterwards.
So I've been casting Eldritch Blast, so Flurry Blast, at 5th level. Am I casting it at 5th level?
Yeah, it's your cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, you should have been doing 2 bolts. My bad.
Should have been doing 2 bolts. All right.
Your
so
bad as well, but
My
my
bad.
bad too. I should have been. Our bad.
So I will do it again. I'll do the same one.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit. Another 7, and another 14.
I really feel me doing bless was pointless at this point now.
Seems so.
We'll see. I'll probably get the shit rolls.
Set.
No,
I have been
it's Murphy's Law though. If you didn't cast it, we'd be rolling horrible.
100%.
Yeah.
No worries. Geode, you're up.
Cool. This guy ain't looking bloody at all, is he?
How much damage have you done to that one? He's looking pretty rough. He's still kicking though.
Okay. With no action, Geode's shadow is going to come over here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another door?
No.
Okay, so this barn that's the only door out.
Yep. He's in a dead end pretty much.
Okay, so... Oh, okay. Geode at the moment wants to try and do a non-lethal strike on him.
Yep. Roll it. So non-lethal damage.
6, 14... No, can't count. 6, 12, 13?
13 doesn't hit, sorry.
Doesn't? Alright, well then I'll do my bless. What did I say? 13?
Yep.
15?
That'll hit.
Okay.
There you go. Heck, your bless helped.
So damage. This is without the booming blade because he's... Okay, 7.
No worries, another 7 points. What's that take it up to? He's still up. Second attack.
Geode is going to get his shadow to do non-lethal as well. 15 plus stuff.
Yep, that'll hit.
10.
He's still up. Was that using Unleashed, or he was just using one of your attacks?
That was unleashed.
Okay, so you still have one more attack?
No, I don't, because I am not level 5 in fighter yet.
Correct. Thank you very much. Good call. No worries. Any movement or anything else?
Nope, I'm just holding him there.
Elspeth, you're up as Geode and his Echo are just belting this guy with the pommels, trying to beat him down into submission.
Can I secret flame it from this angle?
Which one? The farmer inside?
Oh, is that who they're attacking?
You got the.
They're
you got
attacking
this
the
frog
farmer,
here as well.
and then you got this dude.
I was going to
sitting right
attack
next
this
to you.
dude here. I'll do this
No
dude
worries.
here.
Sacred Flame?
Yep, sacred flame him.
No worries. Which I'll do.
Which one? Is it the frog
Uh,
or
not
the
stealth.
guy?
The one at the door.
13.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, that hits.
Hits.
So roll some damage.
So the target must succeed in a dexterity save or throw. I'll take a 1d8. Oh, was that it?
2d8 because you're level 5 now.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, all your cantrips get more powerful.
2d8.
Oh,
Well, not very powerful, clearly.
you got one good and one bad.
Still 8. Still counts.
Deal.
Burst of radiant flame smashes into him. He seems to recoil back from the light. Any movement or bonus action?
No, I'll just chillax there. Oh, wait.
No.
Can I have a bonus action? Does anyone want me to do anything? Is anyone hurt?
Not really.
Geode's the only one that's taken a few punches to the head.
But he's
Do you want
not,
me to?
He's
Do you
not
want me to do a
dying.
healing word on you?
Nah, he's not dying yet, so it's all good.
No.
He's not half
Okay.
half down.
Okay, I'll just chillax and wait.
Yeah. All good.
No worries. In that case, 1, 2, 5. This thing comes running through, trying to muscle past the horse. You see Imrik appear around the corner. And as he comes around the corner, cocks fist back and just tries to belt Elspeth twice in the face.
Did he get past the horse? I know the horse was.
Yeah, the horse is funny because it's skinny. It technically takes up that much space, but that's just
Okay.
because it's
Yep.
like, spinning around.
Okay.
So similar reason to why I made the oxen small, because I
Yeah.
don't know, they don't quite take up that much room.
Yeah.
Unless they're actively in the combat, in which case, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Punching Elspeth.
You're punching me in the face.
There we go. Papa. Papa.
Oh.
Alright.
I
One
get
hits
one
at
hit.
least. For 9 bludgeoning damage. Cool. Yeah, almost done. And this creature here. Give me 1 second. It's going to try to take a chomp out of you as well,
Oh, what?
Elspeth, specifically.
Me?
Whoopsies.
What are
that
you
was the wrong
doing? A
button.
swallow or a bite?
A bite, sorry. 25, yes, I hit. So you take 18 points of piercing damage, Elspeth.
It can get through the wall?
No, that door is open wide enough that he
2
can
hit
reach around the
points.
corner.
Oh.
As he just leans over and just chomps his gigantic mouth into your face. And then
Not then. No, 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 no.
he
That's
disappears into a burst of shadow, taking you with him
What?
as you appear up in the hayloft above everyone, just shrouded in darkness.
Oh, fuck.
It's just in his mouth, just being chomped on.
Help. Help.
Azzoth.
That's the end of his
Fetch.
turn.
Not fetch, but yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30. Can't quite get there, so he's going to keep dashing. And Cash, you see yourself sprint around the corner, duck around the well, and run up, right up into your face, getting ready to attack you. Imrik, as you turn around, you can see 2 Cashes behind you.
Am I aware of which one is which or no?
We'll see on your turn, because you're facing the other direction. Azzoth, you're up as you've just seen this thing disappear, but you hear its feet land just up above you. And I'll move this guy out of the way so you can see there is a ladder going up to the hayloft above.
Cool. Is a
Moving
ladder difficult movement?
Yep, it'll be extra movement to climb up there.
So 5, 10. But because it's difficult movement, I'm unhindered because I've got the ring of something.
It's still like climbing a ladder
Oh,
because you
okay.
don't have an extra climbing speed. So it'll
Okay,
take
yeah.
10 feet of movement to get up.
So that's 5,
Just
10,
for simplicity, I'll
15,
just
20.
drag these guys back here so you can see. But as you get up into the top of the hayloft,
Yep.
towards the other end of the building, you can see, because I don't have a second floor there, but you can see the dude. He's still about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away from you. So you're not going to be able to get into melee range quite climbing the ladder.
Mouth of the frog thing.
And yeah, Elspeth is just like being, like the top half of her is inside of the frog's mouth, and he's just like, just munging down onto the Elspeth snack.
Gonna need a shower after this.
So I can't reach him.
Not with your melee attack, sorry. You'd have to dash to get up into melee range. Because he's down the other end of the barn.
Oh, he's over here or something.
Yeah. I'll just put him there so you can at least see him.
Well, then I guess I'll just run over there and stand there next to him. Dash.
No worries. So you dash up, and yeah, you can see just Elspeth's legs seem to be kicking as the frog is trying to swallow her down.
Yep.
Right, is that one? Which one's which? Cool. Back over to this guy's turn. He's just going to try to punch you in the face, I guess.
Just having a punching match. Punching
He's
pummel.
just punchy. One hit, one miss.
Yep.
Another 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, he's... You can see the rest of the party outside, so yeah, he's just pretty much set himself that he's in a bit of a precarious position. He can't really go anywhere. Cash, you're up.
I will step back this way, which might draw an attack of opportunity.
Sure will. For 5 bludgeoning damage as he just bitch slaps you across the face, just making your head ring for a second. Oh, geez, sorry.
Yep, because shield won't save that. So, ow. And I will put 2 arrows into my doppelganger.
No worries.
That's a miss at 7, and 16 might hit.
16 hits. How much damage?
17.
17. What number is this one? This is 17 damage. Nice. As one of the arrows sinks home into its chest. Anything else?
No, that's me for the minute.
Imrik, you're up.
Alright, so if I cast Burning Hands, am I casting that on level 3 now?
Yep, you always cast it at your highest spell slot.
Yeah, okay. Alright. If I attack that frog, am I going to burn?
Nah, so that frog is just there for simplicity. It's actually down the opposite end.
Oh, okay,
on
so I
the
can't.
second board. Yeah, sorry. It's
Yeah,
pretty much
right.
like up through there.
And if I
Screw it, I'll
attack,
just leave it there.
if I attack my doppelganger, that's going to hit the horse, isn't it?
Yep, correct.
Alright, I'm
At
going
least with
to...
burning hands, it will.
Yeah. Right. Seeing myself run from around the corner, not liking it, I will... Sorry.
Moose.
It's alright, he's just licking his bed. Yeah, you're making yourself choke, you silly boy.
Into myself.
No worries, so that's 1 hit, and 1 goes wide as
Oh.
the horse gets in
Would
the way.
a bless help that?
Or roll a bless.
So 1d4, yeah?
That's not going to help anyway.
Not gonna help.
No, sorry. Good call, though. No worries. Any bonus action or movement?
No.
Geode, you're up.
Alright, Geode's Echo is going to...
This dude's
Move
looking
over
pretty
here.
beat up. Yep.
He hears all the commotion, and I'm guessing Elspeth gasping upstairs.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
gasping if I'm head down in his gut.
Can
You just
his
see
Echo
2 feet wobbling.
get up onto the top? Running there?
Do you have to see where he can go? How far can you move him? I think he can move like 30 feet or
On
something,
your
can't he?
turn, yeah, you mentally command the Echo to move up to 30 feet in any direction. It doesn't say anything about line of sight.
Right. Well, yeah, so he can run through. The doppelganger is going to take an attack opportunity, though.
But-
And your Echo,
If it doesn't count as a creature,
it's still moving through. He's still going to take... It's still something that he can target.
okay.
The Echo is a funny thing,
But then why can't I use that as an advantage then?
because I said so. The Echo is a funny thing.
Well, fuck that. He's gonna bonus action and just summon him back.
Make him appear.
And we're gonna wallop him again.
No dramas.
Rough is this thing that's swallowing me? Like, is he about to die or anything? Or
He's
is
pretty
he...
beat up. He's got a lot of flaming holes burnt into him from Imrik.
Does 15 hit?
Yep, 15 hits.
Yep, so that's gonna be... Fuck.
How much?
Sorry, the Echo's gonna take that hit. No, he can't take that hit. Never mind. Sorry. 7.
Roger, still up, but only barely just as you just belt him into the forehead with your great sword.
And then Echo's going to swing with 14
No
plus
worries.
stuff
Yep, that'll hit.
with 8.
And he's doing non-lethal.
Non-lethal, we're knocking him out.
As he just brings both of his hands with the great sword over his head, just doo, hammers this guy in the head, and he just collapses down at your feet unconscious.
With that, Geode's going to try and get his movement to run upstairs.
5, 10,
The Echo
15,
to follow
20,
him.
25. I'll say that you can just get upstairs.
Okay.
I'm just going to move him out of the way. I'll put Azzoth over there because you're now up against him.
Yep.
And yeah, Geode, you're just finished climbing up the ladder, and you look
Echo's
over.
followed as well.
You can see Elspeth just being numbed on.
Okay, yep. I'll
No
let
worries.
the body for the other guys to handle if they want to do anything.
All right, Elspeth, you are up. You're currently grappled, restrained in this thing's mouth.
So does that mean I can't cast a inflict wounds? Because
No,
technically
so-
he's touching me.
No, you can cast it.
Oh, can I cast it?
Yeah, you can cast.
Oh, swell. Can
One second. You do have disadvantage though, because you're being half chewed on, so you're having to try to do your spell casting symbols with your hands, but they're being eaten, so
not doing it
your
well.
attack will be at disadvantage.
Okay, let's see. A 2. Oh, come on, be better than a 2. 11 plus 7. No, 2 plus 7. Ah, damn it. Fucking 9.
Oh wait, it is. Oh, that's right, I missed that. Line restrained against. Okay, cool. Yep, no worries. Sorry.
I'm still being swallowed. I can't do
Yeah,
anything.
You're sorry. How much? What did you roll for that? Sorry.
I got a 2.
Okay, yeah. So you're trying to cast the spell, but you can't quite
It's 9, yeah.
cast as you're just being munched down.
Help,
you're
guys,
fine.
help!
Cool.
Trying to.
I would like to keep
alright,
my
where are we
head.
at? Number 3. So the Imrik charges up in front of you, Imrik, and just swings his fist back, and then tries to kick you in the groin. And you just block it with your knee, and he just roundhouse kicks you straight across the midsection for 6 bludgeoning damage. Oh, actually, sorry, Elspeth, give me a Constitution save as well, please.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Just
walked
to
off.
see if you make
Rebecca?
concentration.
You're still playing. Well,
Just to see if you can
you have
keep
to roll
your
something.
concentration. Con save, please.
Sorry.
It's
What
okay.
am I rolling? What am I rolling?
Give me a Constitution save, please.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
Just for your concentration. Do you have Warcaster?
No.
Okay, cool. So straight roll.
Constitution save. Oh, shit. 9.
9, so bless drops on everybody.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
You don't need it anyway.
It seems so,
It
yeah.
did
They're,
help
they're
me.
dominating their rolls. It has helped at
Yeah, a
least
couple
one.
of us.
It's alright.
It's helped twice.
Hmm.
No problemo. All right, that's the end of your turn. That's Imrik's, fake Imrik's turn. And with a blunk, you just get completely swallowed down
Oh,
into the inside of this creature. And it's going to try to take a bite at Azzoth.
Mhm.
For 17, I believe that misses.
No, and I'll riposte that.
Do it.
That's the last one, so. Miss.
Miss, sorry. Hello, Doggins. No worries. That was your response. That was his attack. And then... Can't do that, can't do that. 1 second. Let me just check. I can't really go anywhere. No, alright, it's just going to stand there, I guess. Actually, nope. Change your mind. It is going to teleport over to this corner here. It's still up in that. It's still up in the top floor of the hayloft, the second story. But it teleports up closer to you, Geode.
Yep.
This one here is going to continue chasing up on you, Cash, and it's going to take 2 attacks at you. First with a flying kick, second with a punch. Does 17 hit?
It would do, but I shout a word in a tongue that nobody understands, and a shimmering force field of magic appears, and it bounces off.
With a shower of sparks, arcane sparks, it bounces off.
Shower of
Just
feathers.
Shower of feathery sparks there. they look like feathers, and then they just kind of disappear and fade out into shimmers of blackness. I like it. And just shakes its fist and just glares at you. Then we'll continue backing around to the other side, away from Imrik. Azzoth.
Can I get into contact?
Oh, sorry, Elspeth as well. You take 10 damage and fall unconscious.
In his belly?
Yep, inside of his tum-tum.
That was great.
However, you are stabilized.
Still in his stomach.
So no
in
death
his stomach.
rolls.
Yep, no death saves. You just fall to sleep as his stomach acids just seem to suck the life out of you.
Oh, hey, that's
You
so
fall
much
into
better.
a peaceful, slimy slumber.
Ew.
And sorry, Azzoth, your turn.
Can I get in contact with him over here?
Yep.
Oh.
5, 10, 15, yeah. 15 feet of movement gets you back in contact.
It hits.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Oh boy. That's a nat 20. So roll W dice.
Can I just double this, whatever this is? So I rolled a 7.
So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of damage.
Yep.
Lovely.
And another whack. 13. That doesn't hit.
Nope.
Okay.
How much did we say? 19 points of damage?
I think so.
First one, yep.
Yep, no, he's still up, but with that massive axe chop against him, he's looking real rough. Second one misses, though.
That's it.
No worries. Back to the top of the round. He is unconscious. Cash, you're up.
I will... Shield is to the start of my turn, to the end of my turn.
Start, unfortunately.
Yeah, I believe so. I'll check for you, though.
I've got it.
You got it there somewhere? I believe it's the start, but I could very well be wrong. Until the start of your next turn. Yep,
Cool.
so your shield is now dropped.
I will step out of the way to here, which gives me a line on the Banderhob, I think. Can I see it?
No, it's
No, so it's upstairs. It's
Okay.
just yeah. Sorry. So if you don't want to move around, that's fine. That's right. He missed you anyway.
Cool. I will
But
step
yeah,
down
you can't see him. Sorry.
down to here, and I will put 2 arrows into my doppelganger,
No worries. Go for it.
screaming "Die bitch" in Elvish. That's a 15 and a 19.
Yep, both of them will hit.
Cool. Doing minimum damage. Only
Aw.
16 for each hit.
Only 16. How is that minimum damage?
Well, I'm sharpshooting, which is plus 10.
Oh, sharpshooting. Yep. Sorry. Yep.
He just
God,
stopped
yeah,
saying
quick
that
maths.
because you were saying it every turn.
Because I'm doing it on every attack. If I come across something that I'm not going to sharpshoot, I'll declare that I'm not using it.
Sounds sensible to me. 17 plus 16 plus 16 to 49. It's still up.
Well, tits.
Just. It is
I'm-
looking rough, though, with all these arrows just pin cushioning out of its chest.
I'm going to drop my bow, and as a bonus action, my short sword springs out of the barn and into my hand.
No worries.
Love
Almost cutting through the oxen as it does so.
it. No.
Almost. It like goes between its
Yeah.
horns and it's like. And Imrik, you're up with yourself facing off against you.
I'm going to jaw myself.
Go for it.
It's a normal roll, yeah?
Yep, straight roll. Yep, that'll hit. As You slash him across the face with the first one. Second one, he managed to just duck down and it goes over his head. But that's 13 points of damage. 22. Cool. Decent little whack of damage onto him. But he's still standing, still looking angry and strong.
And yeah, done.
No worries. Geode, you're up.
Cool. So Geode's echo was just by the stairs. But Geode's going to move up there. So Echo's downstairs still. And he's going to take a swipe at that and try and cut his belly open.
No worries, go for it.
Bugger.
What'd you get?
I'm trying to add that up. 12.
Not enough, sorry. How far can you move your echo?
30 feet, yeah.
Yeah, your echo can move over here. And you can
Can
attack
he
him as
still
well.
get?
Yeah, so this upper floor is just completely wide open, just with stacks of hay.
Oh,
So you can
okay.
ignore the
So
you can ignore the
technically
walls
he
that are
could
here.
get over, what, here?
Yeah, he could get down on that other side if you really want. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit funny. I didn't create another box for
Yep,
the
yep.
second floor
Cool, cool.
of the building.
Alright.
I should have predicted
not
that
much
the badger would
better.
end up there. What'd you get?
13.
Still not quite enough. Sorry. No worries. Elspeth, you are unconscious. And
Come on,
it's over
dude.
to
Nothing.
you. Can have a
I
nice
can
nap.
have a nap.
You can start doing a short rest. You're 6 seconds into a short rest.
Oh, sweet. Short rest on its way.
The fake Cash will sprint back towards you again, back to the real Cash, and do 2 slam attacks.
My AC's gone up to 19 for what it's worth. And I will curse again, and my shield will come up to stop that one that would hit me.
The shower of dark raven feathers disappearing, and she just like, just getting frustrated. Damn, I should have come up behind Imrik and punched him. That's all right. Mr. Froggo here. Who does he want to eat? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. I'm just gonna roll dice. He's gonna try to eat Geode. Yes, 22.
Shield.
Damn it! As once again he just tries to chomp into you and his teeth just slide off of this arcane shield that pops into existence around you. God, everyone's popping shields today. Make sure you mark down a spell slot though.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it.
24 damage, that would have almost knocked you out as well.
Yeah, no. Oh, no, not quite.
You would have come close to.
Yeah.
That's fine because, Imrik, you're going to get punched in the face. Damn it, first one goes astride. Second one, he just boots you on the inside of the knee, trying to drop you down for a 19 for 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Then he's going to step to the side, trying to work his way around the side of the oxen.
Yeah.
Here he's not going to abandon the field yet. Azzoth, you're up.
I'll take a swing. 25 to hit.
Better.
Ooh, that's better.
Got him.
13. And 23 again. Nice. And 12 damage.
Well, the first hit, how do you want to do this? Screw it. With second hit as well. Talk us through what you're doing.
Well, I'm mostly just cutting his stomach open so I can get the unconscious Elspeth out. The giant unconscious
I'm
Elspeth.
resting.
No worries. So with 2 swipes, you just slash a big X across this thing's bulbous stomach that you can see is swollen up with his recently swallowed meal. And just as it splits open, tearing to the side in a gush of just stomach bile, leaking over your feet, you see the unconscious form of Elspeth just drenched in this bile and stomach acid, just flop to the ground unconscious, but still breathing, looking actually quite peaceful in her sleep. Flopped onto the ground at your feet. As the rest of the creature just slides down and starts decomposing, and just not necessarily decomposing, but falling apart as you watch.
Movement.
Nothing outside, and I'll put Elspeth there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm downstairs there.
No worries. If you want to jump down the ladder, I'll let you make an athletics check. and you'll get another 5 feet of movement.
Gonna jump at the barn door at the top.
There is the door up there. Yeah.
Yep,
So give
I'll
me
just drive straight out.
give me a deck save.
Just won't be as good.
But yeah, there is that top door where they can bring in bales of hay and sacks and stuff.
So D20.
Oh hell
20.
yeah! You just shoulder barge your way clean through this door and just it shatters. And Imrik, you look up as this hulking half-orc form in heavy armor just appears, does this sick double forward flip and just superhero landing right at your feet, and just stands up. And Azzoth, you can see 2 Imriks, one to your right and one to your front, bashing on.
Next turn, they both die.
I mean, very fitting for Azzoth. That's your turn done. Back up to the top. Unconscious, dead, and Cash, you're up.
I am going to
This one looks real rough as well. It's just pin cushioned with arrows into its chest.
step back again, going this way.
Roger, roger.
Still got my shield in hand at the minute.
Yep,
Damn it!
That's a 22 for 6 bludgeoning. As you bring your shield
yeah, I'll
up,
take that.
and it just, you bring your shield up in front of you to block that punch you see coming, and it just hits the shield and drives the shield back into your teeth and rips your head back as you stumble out of its range.
I'll then drop the shield and the short sword. Bonus action, my bow comes back to my hand and I shoot it twice.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Are you able to bring up the health bar for Kashi? Real Kashi? Can you do that in game or it has to be out of game?
I can do that, I guess.
Well, it's not. No,
So
I'm just saying it's not showing up like all of our other party.
20 and a 23 to hit.
Yep, they both hit.
Doing 20 and 18 damage.
Doing horrifically lethal damage. As both these arrows just, the next one just bang into the chest again, just in that tight grouping of arrows, and the last one just tears through this thing's throat. And it drops down to the ground, and then you see its form reverting back to its true skinless, exposed muscles as it's laying dead on the ground.
So this is why they had the fake German accent?
Because they're doppelgangers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, es ist
Ja.
Doppelgang. Oh ja, ja, ja. Any other movement or?
We lost 1,000 followers because we were racist against Germans.
Oh, this is German. They don't mind being racist. Yeah.
No further action, and I've used all my bonus actions and things.
No worries. So with a second doppelganger down, we're over to Imrik, fighting yourself with Azzoth. Just done a glorious superhero landing right at your feet.
And you don't know he's a psychopath yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, his axes.
Yep, that had hit. So you heal 3 points of damage, and it takes 6. Which one is dead? That one's dead. Still up as you just reach your hand into it and you see the life force being sucked out, and some of your wounds from its punching and kicks start to close over. Anything else? I believe that's a concentration spell as well.
No, that's it.
No worries. Geode, you're up.
Alright, so
You should
Geode...
definitely do a superhero landing as well.
No, Geode and his Echo are going to jump down the first floor and go back over to this guy. So
To whom? Oh, yep, this unconscious farmer.
Yeah, so he's going to jump
No
down
worries.
the ladder.
You jumping or climbing?
He's going to do like the slide down the ladder.
Alright, give me an acrobatics check then, to see if you can do that badass slide, or if you get splinters.
Oh, hang on. 17.
Oh, done. So you just grab hold of the ladder and slide down with your feet on the
I
outside,
think
landing and
with,
turn around with
him
a
being
sprint,
a sailor,
take
that would
off.
be proficiency as well.
Yeah, you're definitely good at climbing up and down ropes and ladders and stuff.
That's all right.
Alright, so what do you want to do over there?
So pretty much, okay, we're going to line up like that if we can. And he's going to pin this guy up against the wall, try and shake him and be like, what is your operation that you're running out of here? Slap him a little bit to wake him up.
As he's pinned against the ground, he's just flopping around, unconscious, not responsive. You need to heal him if you want him to come awake.
He's going to just keep on slapping him because he's got no healing.
He fails 3 death saves and dies. No. I won't do that. No worries. Elspeth, you are unconscious.
I'm still having a nap.
You're still having a nap, sorry.
Sorry, I got nothing to give
Rogo
you.
is dead. The fake Imrik is going to...
Please don't leave me behind in the barn as well.
No,
seeing
no.
a new enemy appear, he's going to try to punch Azzoth.
But you're safe up there, hopefully.
Am I safe?
Hopefully, I'm hoping.
17 misses. Damn it! Alright, so he just turns this new target coming and just starts punching and wailing into you, Azzoth. And his just fists are bouncing off of your shield. Off of your armor, sorry. And then he's going to start to try to back away from you, hiding behind the oxen.
Can
So
I take
Imrik
attack?
and... Yep, Imrik and Azzoth, you can both take an attack of opportunity.
No worries. Is that advantage or just straight roll?
Straight roll.
That's 15 hit.
Yep, 15 hits.
8 damage.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy, how much damage was that? 8?
8 for Azzoth, yeah.
6. And how much damage is that? And 15. Oh boy, that hurts. What's that take it up to?
Can I make mine non?
Yeah, you can make it non-lethal.
Yep.
But he's on 1 hit point. As you just turn your sword sideways and smash him across the side of the head, and he stumbles, and it looks like he's just heavily concussed, and he's going to stumble, starting to move up this direction. He's another about 20 feet up, just up off the map, and he's stumbling, and just with one hand pressed against the back of his head. And as you watch, you can see his form is shifting and half moving in and out. And you see the bottom half of him just turns back to that doppelganger, skinless, muscled exterior. As you're watching, as he seems to be losing control over his body. He also wets himself. And Azzoth, your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20. Are we trying to do non-lethal, are we?
Well, you do you, because are you raging at the moment from the axe?
He's not raging, no.
No, okay.
I was hoping I could hit onto him and get him to rage though.
Oh, okay, I see what... Yeah.
Metagaming entirely, but also a new enemy. He wanted to punch somebody else.
Oh, it's good, because it let me know who the bad guy was. Because at the start, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, true that.
But down, you attacked me, so...
Story checks out.
Mm-hmm. It's up to you, yeah.
So yeah, you do you. But you're not raging, so you still have control of your faculties.
Well, I'm going to cut him in half. 13 damage.
No worries, as you just run up behind, paint me a word picture, like you paint with his blood.
Just a straight cut from head to toe, sliced in half. With a massive battle axe.
No worries.
Cleaved.
Cleaved, that's the word.
Twain, some would say.
Cleaved in twain.
And as your axe bisects him, you see the other half of him, where he's holding his head, just flop and quiver and shift, and reverse back to his skinless, muscled exterior. And I believe with that last vicious murder, we are out of initiative order.
Yeah.
Okay, with this guy, do I do a medicine check on him?
Before we keep going,
Yep.
do you guys want to call it there for an evening, and we'll crack on next session since it's 6:40.
Oh, wow.
You guys need to
shit.
go
Yeah.
take care of dinner. It's quite late, but everyone leave your characters where they are.
Cool.
If you're all happy with Elspeth laying unconscious but stabilised in a pool of slime upstairs.
I would like to run in and try and find Elspeth on my turn, basically.
Yep, no worries.
Thank
That's right,
you.
we'll address this in the next round, but yeah, you're going to be essentially sprinting upstairs to try to find where
I'm
she
sorry,
went.
Elspeth.
Last time you
dude,
saw
it's
she
not a
was
healer.
inside.
I'm cold with
But yeah,
him everywhere.
I'll be
Well,
like,
that's
here,
happens
have
when you
some
start hitting
blood,
people with your
blood."
mace.
I'm trying.
you guys just, well, Geode especially is lucky that you got shield.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause that was 2 bites that you avoided.
I know.
Otherwise, you would be numbed on by the other one.
I was in the middle of 2 giant ones and I was completely fine. I've been hit once.
Yeah, how is that possible? Something's wrong there.
Yeah, they were rolling badly on you, really nicely on Geode.
Well,
Kashi
Geode's
was
got-
getting pretty
yes.
belted up, but luckily she's got shield as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll call that there for an evening. Everyone leave your characters where they are. And we'll pick back up next Sunday.
Sunday?
Thank
Yeah, it is
you.
Sunday, sorry. Alright, to
Yeah.
the
So,
viewers.
good game. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Very well fought and thought out. And with our new acquaintances blooded into the party, we shall crack on next week. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Cool.
To the
Thank you.
viewers, thank
Cheers,
you for
guys.
watching. Everyone just say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Ta-ta. Peace out. And catch us Tuesday night for Lost Minds of Vandalin with our Havoc guys. And yeah, we'll see you then. See ya.